right, guys.
And we're live.
Hello.
How are all of you?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. That didn't sound
Good.
didn't sound convincing at all. It's like
Tired.
Maul's just like, oh Christ, I got a DM for this slot again.
Deal with these fools.
It's all good though. We're gonna have a good time. How was everybody's holiday?
Haven't
Holiday?
had one yet.
Thanksgiving.
Oh,
But
Turkey
you
Day.
haven't had because you're Australian.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we don't do Thanksgiving.
Get out of here, Effie.
And-
God, fucking hell.
And our Thanksgiving was back in October.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I would be fine if we did away with Thanksgiving.
me too.
Mhm.
Like, we don't need
Easily
it.
like worst holiday.
It feels so annoying. You have to deal with the whole stress of family in November, and then literally less than a month later, you have to do it again in Christmas.
Right?
Like,
You have to deal with family in November.
No, like
Yeah, no,
I
it's-
completely agree with that. You have to deal with family in November, and then a month later you have to deal with them again.
and it's
I
like
had-
to me the sentiment of both, like the whole thing of Christmas is that it's meant like the whole typical sentiment that it's supposed to be, not like the
Yeah.
like but it's like it's meant to be you come together for family and you enjoy the time you have and you're thankful to know each other and everything. Because but it's the same fucking thing as what Thanksgiving is. So it's just like you got to remind myself, be thankful for family while everyone's arguing twice in 2 months. I'm just like,
Well-
it makes it hard. Like, as
Mhm.
far as I'm concerned, like,
And like
And
people
no-
being bitter for things, and it's just like, you know what? My Thanksgiving was I had some pretty good food, took anxiety meds, and took a nap. Like accident.
only
Like
thing-
that is
Sounds
the
like a
only
good
reason
day.
the only reason I know when Thanksgiving happens is because all your Black Friday deal things is now an international thing. So now we can actually benefit from it. So that's the only time I actually know when Thanksgiving is on. It's just like, by the way, Black Friday deals are next week, and I'm like, oh, that's
You're welcome.
kind of like how I always know I always know that when the Super Bowl is because it is Girl Scout cookie season.
Oh hell yeah.
We see all the little
Well-
crack dealers outside the stores.
the smart ones that set up outside the weed dispensaries.
100%.
Well, I attempted a baked mac and cheese for the first time and it went over swimmingly. I was really
Hell
proud
yeah.
of myself.
Congrats.
Yeah. If we ever have a big Behold role playing meetup, I'll make some for you guys.
Oh
Nice.
yeah.
Granted, you all aren't insanely lactose intolerant like me.
I mean, I'm
I-
a little lactose intolerant, but I'll eat it anyway.
Yeah.
I have friends who are lactose intolerant, so like whenever I cook for them, I always have to make it all lactose free anyway. So I'm used to it.
Well, I have to hand why did I make this hand motion for that?
Hand shred the cheese.
And you're still doing it.
Yeah. I wanted to say it before anybody else said it, so I had to hand shred like 8 pounds of cheese, so
Oh, a hand shred.
Is it
Yikes.
Teeny's mac and cheese?
Hmm?
Is it Teeny's mac and cheese?
yeah, it's Teeny's mac and cheese.
I've been wanting to make that.
It was a
It's-
great, surprisingly smoky mac and cheese. I really liked that.
Delicious. I am excited now to make it.
Yeah, it was delish. And it kind of sucks because for Christmas, for some reason, Dan gets 2 family Christmases and I only get 1.
Is he a child of
so-
divorce?
No, not at all. He's a child of his mom wants so many Christmases with all of her family together. So we have 1 Christmas in the Twin Cities for like the Twin Cities people, and then we have another Christmas 2 hours south in southern Minnesota for the people down there. And his mom wanted me to make that mac and cheese for Christmas because she heard it went over really well for Thanksgiving. But then my family wanted that mac and cheese too. So I guess I'm making 2 mac and cheeses and 2 monkey breads. And then
what
I
breads?
feel like monkey breads. You ever had monkey bread? It's like a pull
No.
apart cinnamon sweet
Delicious.
dessert.
I
It's so
probably
fucking easy
have,
to
but we
make.
don't call it monkey bread.
It's probably something racist, is what your country calls it.
I'm the one that's basically you're calling it monkey bread, and we're gonna be having the racist name. You're kidding
It's
me.
really delicious, actually, and it's super simple and pull apart. So, and then my work
It
wants
is
me to make a
amazing.
monkey bread for a holiday potluck, and I'm like,
You don't get shit.
We have a
No, I said I would because I really like them.
Oh,
Oh,
coffee
can't really-
cake.
Coffee? It doesn't have
No.
coffee in it.
No,
It's
it's
cinnamon.
but it's called sometimes called Hungarian coffee cake. It's also known as plucking cake, pull apart bread, and bubble
Pull
bread.
apart bread. Yeah, pull apart
Honestly,
bread.
pull apart bread probably sounds like a very Australian thing to call it because we are not a creative people.
That makes sense. Yeah, it's pull apart bread is the best name for it, I think.
Yeah.
There's
Alright.
I'd love to meet you too, Rosa. The fuck? When are we doing a big meetup?
Well, if everybody
for
could
my-
get their ass to TwitchCon.
Pay
No,
for-
don't. In all honesty, don't go to TwitchCon.
No, pay for my flight tickets to the US and also be the ones that have to get me out of jail when I refuse to give them my 5 years of social media history.
Oh my god.
Now,
Yeah.
now,
We
Were
would
you the
meet-
one
Now-
who started the JD Vance meme?
if we want to cause absolute chaos,
Oh my god.
behold roleplay, Disneyland.
Why are we giving money to the mouse?
Because
Here's
Yeah,
what I think. No,
Hey,
hear
nobody
me out.
said we were gonna pay to get into Disneyland.
Okay, Chloe. Here's what I think.
Disneyland
Behold
heist.
roleplay, Appalachian Mountains.
I'm on board.
Yeah, the Roanoke. We could get
Yo.
lost in the Roanoke forest.
I'd rather not get lost
yeah,
in
let's-
the road. I mean, honestly,
Let's go get
you know what?
kidnapped. Let's go
Better
get
than
kidnapped
whatever's
by the devil.
happening in the regular US.
Look, I
administration.
don't want to be up in Appalachia. I'm sorry.
you
Nature
see
and I do
something,
not
no, you don't.
agree.
But
I
I
wanna
want to
get
make
stuck in
friends
the
with the
butthole.
cryptids.
Yeah, me too. I want to get stuck in the butthole of America.
I mean,
I want
to
to
be,
get kidnapped by Mothman.
I was gonna say, to
Sorry,
be fair,
that's
that means I get to
actually-
meet Mothman. So maybe.
Actually, the butthole of America is Phoenix, Arizona. My bad.
I don't think
Yeah.
Mothman is in the Appalachian Mountains.
Look,
That's
according-
where the Windanopes are, though.
Oh my God,
according
what is-
to Fallout 76, all of the cryptids are centrally located in Appalachia. They're all there.
Is that where they put them in the vault? Is that where the vault is?
The cryptid vault.
So, before we get in today's game, we got some dice to give away. But we need to set up a dice giveaway anyway.
Yeah,
I
we do.
can't do this anymore. I quit.
Hopefully the bot's working. I'm going to post the rules in chat real quick, as well as a picture of the dice we're about to give away.
Sorry, Zorro. I didn't know. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Okay, so those are the rules, and I'll go over them while everyone looks at the picture of the very pretty dice we're about to give away.
Very pretty.
So real quick, rule 1 is that you cannot enter these giveaways on someone else's behalf. If you're entering them, it is for you and you alone. You must be present when the drawing happens in order to win, and that will be happening once we return from our first break. You have to be able to tell us what it is that you won if your name is drawn. That's just to show us that you're actually paying attention to what you're entering a giveaway for. You must also be a member of our Discord, because that is how we will contact you to get your shipping address once December is over. And finally, you cannot win more than once within a week and more than twice total. So I will be opening up the giveaway real quick here. And all you have to do to enter, now that it is open, is type !December in chat. The dice we're giving away today are very pretty. They remind me so very much of a sour apple hard candy that I loved as a kid.
Yeah, I see that.
You know
Are you
what?
talking about the sucker? Like the caramel green apple sucker?
Yeah.
That shit is
Is
so
it
good.
you enter it like this?
Yes.
Just as an
Yeah.
example for everyone?
Exactly like that.
Good job,
Definitely as an
Effie.
So,
example, and definitely
Malls-
not me trying to actually just get the
What?
dice.
I have one suggestion to add on to that Graceland trip.
I actually don't know where Graceland is, so hit me with it.
After we hit Graceland, we got to go to Dollywood.
I want to go to Dollywood so bad.
Isn't Graceland Memphis? Because
It's in Memphis, Tennessee. Mhm.
Oh, I
yeah,
know about it from
that's
that
the word,
song.
Tennessee. I knew Memphis. I couldn't remember the second part.
That's fine.
Follow them up to the gates of Graceland. Very cool.
Where is Dollywood?
Funny enough, I think Dollywood's a franchise.
It's funny
Dolly.
that we would go to Dollywood considering I've never heard us ever talk about Dolly on this channel before.
They have a
I
giant.
support Dolly. I
freaking
support Dolly
apple.
Parton.
Yeah, I support her too. I think she's great. It's such a random correlation.
Yeah.
All right. Shall we get started?
We shall.
All right. Who wants to give me the recap from last time? Just to
No,
see
no,
if
no,
you're
that's
paying
your job.
attention.
That's your
Everything
job.
was fine. Everything was fine, guys. We had no trauma. Everything's great. We're going back to a party. Go ahead, Moles.
Priscilla like forgave me and everything. Like and just we
Hi,
were
Frumpkin. Yeah.
And Sainari's definitely not dealing with a concussion because a prick of a doppelganger smacked her head into the
Whoa,
into
whoa,
a
whoa.
bookcase.
Don't curse here.
This is a Christian Minecraft server.
Wait,
don't-
really?
no cursing.
Really? Prick is where you want to draw the line for an Australian swearing?
Yeah. That is an apt summary. We had a party went south. Copies of people that you love seem to approach you to make a deal, and only one of you accepted that deal, which I'm very pleased about. The others of you either talked your way out of it or attacked, which also made me very happy. In addition to all of that, that was kind of like the main thing. I don't think anything else bad happened. You guys got to creep around the house a bit, do a little bit of snooping. Effie, once again, super detective, or I guess super spy, managed to find some really interesting documents in Lord Dorian Tuff's office, along with another member of the Eyes who showed up to assist. Um, and oh yeah, and our Belial stood up Avros, which I think about every day, and it made me laugh really hard.
And I wanted to die of secondhand embarrassment watching him go through that.
And then he re-entered the party like Aragorn in Rohan, pushing the doors open, and it was like it was such a good moment. Yeah, and Maddie was approached by Priscilla, who seemed to have come back to make amends, and Gaius's brother Lionel also got to catch up with Gaius and talk about how he's up for a promotion, and nothing else bad happened other than it turned out that those 4 people were not actually who they seemed they were. Oh yeah, and Effie's copy person was Haisung, who we haven't seen in a bit, and seemed to have just turned up. So with that being said, once the copy people were dealt with, Gaius, with concern for Angharad, who seemed to have had some people with not good intentions, maybe looking for her or keeping an eye out from her, which we learned from the previous episode, went looking for her, and him and Maddie and Sainari very much saved her life from an assassination attempt of terrible magic of these dark, horrible looking arrows that rent her throat asunder, and that was hard to watch. With the help of obviously Maddie, Sonari, and Gaius, as well as Headmistress Holt and Homily Gusford, the town doctor, Angharad was saved. And that is literally the second we left off at. And I know you guys really want to get back to that moment with Angharad, but I actually wanted to take a slight detour and kind of start out with Fox again, with Arbelriel. The last we left Arbelriel, he had actually been approached by who he maybe had thought was Avros. And Avros had approached him and said, you know, if you could do anything to rid yourself of this patron that seems to be working with your family and holding you in a position you don't want, what would you do? And when Arbeliel had responded he would do anything, all Avros had done was rest his hand on your shoulder and say, "It will be done," before he turned and seemingly disappeared. And that's where we left Arbeliel. So what are you doing now?
So if I remember correctly, I had followed the wet footsteps into the
Correct.
hallway. And I don't remember, did the footsteps continue down the hallway, or did they just like stop
They
and
disappeared.
vanish?
It didn't even seem like they turned left or anything. They just seemed to stop. No other signs of water or anything. And you were hit with a very distinct, pungent odor of something like sickly sweet, like a honey that was rotting.
That's right. Yes. Okay. And did I make any rolls last time to make the determination that perhaps that wasn't who I thought it was?
You didn't. If you want to, you can now.
I very much
I would
would.
probably want an insight check.
That's
16.
I would say that it seems very much like the Avros you know. Caring, looking out for you, wants to be of service. You know that from Marina, that all he wants to do is just be of service to people. And all he had done was offer to look out for someone to talk to you or to help you with this problem. I think as you're standing there, mulling over what just happened, like where did Avros go? You feel like a little, like a throbbing, dull ache on your shoulder, right where Avros had placed his hand on you.
Does it feel like just like an internal ache, or like there's actually something on my skin that's causing the ache?
The latter.
Kind of pull back my I was wearing a jacket, pull back my jacket a bit and take a look, maybe kind of rub my shoulder a little bit. And
As you take your jacket, you kind of push it open. You see on your shoulder is the imprint of a hand, almost like a burn on your shoulder. But it looks kind of like an old burn, and it's throbbing like you've had it for a couple hours now, even though he touched you maybe 5 minutes ago. But very clearly the imprint of a hand right there.
so seeing that, and even though that felt like the Avros that I know, seeing that handprint and seeing the footprints just stop. Nothing about those two things tell me that this was an ordinary encounter. And as far as I know, he doesn't have the ability to just vanish from where he stands, and doesn't have the ability to leave burning handprints on people.
But how well do you know him, really? If
But
you think
how
about
well
it.
do I know him, really? So I think what Arby is going to do is rush back to the main hall and look for Marina.
You can definitely rush back to the main hall. As you do, you'll find that it looks like the hall is kind of in a tizzy. Something happened while you were back there with Avros. And I would say that even in all the hubbub, as you're looking around, you probably don't see Marina there because she's not in there.
not wanting to spend too much time doing that, I will then go back to the hallway and continue down it, even though the footsteps stop. I'm going to continue down it, just looking and calling out his name as I go.
As you're walking down these hallways, give me a perception check.
That is going to be very good. 23.
You're walking down these hallways, and you're like, damn, big house. Turn right. You're looking like, damn, really big house. Take a left. This house is like unusually large. Take a right. I kind of don't remember this house being this big from the outside. Like, it's a modest house, not this big. It's with a 23, I would say that you realize that while these hallways seem to look different, you have a very keen eye and you start to see repeating patterns, sort of like the same painting in two different hallways, one right after the other. And you realize you're kind of going in circles.
With that realization, I think he starts to panic a little bit, and his walk turns into a jog and turns into a run, until he stops, and he takes it a minute to catch his breath, and feeling like just there's something really, really wrong here. He feels like he did something really bad in admitting to someone that he wants to be rid of the patron. Looking around on the walls of this hallway, is there a mirror anywhere?
There is a mirror just a little bit further down.
So he's going to rush over to the mirror and place his hands on either side of it, and looking at his own reflection with a little bit of disdain. He'll look and he'll say, I need your help. And he's speaking to his patron.
You say, I need your help. And there's no answer. At least not for a long moment. And then you hear in a voice behind you, in another mirror, set up very decoratively, you hear, what could you possibly need my help for? I thought you wanted to be rid of me.
I merely had a lapse in judgment. Something is going on here, and I don't know what it is. But
as you turn, you see your patron there looking more of smoke and vapor than an actual person, and they look down at you very disdainfully, and they say, a lapse in judgment? You willingly made a bargain with someone to usurp me.
I thought I was just speaking to a friend.
I told you trusting that Partington boy was a bad idea.
You did. And my hubris didn't allow me to listen. I apologize.
I think your genie looks at you and he says, so what are you going to do now?
going to beg for your forgiveness and ask for your help.
And your patron kind of shakes his head, or their head, and goes, I don't need that. Truth be told, I was relaxing in the ether when I felt something tear through, almost like a lightning strike. I don't know what was said, but I know a bargain was made that directly opposes me. He goes, what happened exactly?
I was just having a conversation with a friend, and I admitted that in that moment, I would have given anything to be free from all of this. It was just a moment of weakness, and I wish I could take it back. But I feel like it was more than just a conversation. Something happened in that moment.
Eugenia goes, it was more than a conversation because a bargain was made and a deal was struck. Did you sign something?
Not
Cut your hand?
physically, as far as I know. It was just words. Just talk.
Eugenie looks confused, and they go, magically binding contracts can't be done just by words, at least not on this plane of existence. There has to be some physical show that a deal was struck.
There was contact, physical contact. But it wasn't a handshake or anything of the sort. It's just a pat on the shoulder.
Just let me see.
And he will reluctantly pull back his jacket.
Give me an insight check.
That is a 17.
I would say that you see real confusion cross your patron's face. And they press themselves up against the mirror and they're looking very closely at that. And they say, that looks very familiar. That looks very, very familiar indeed. I know that symbol. I have that symbol. And they kind of pull down the top of their flowy top that's partially smoke and vapor. But you can see the definition of a chest there, and you see a hand print directly in the center of their chest. And it's weird because a creature of smoke and vapor like that, you wouldn't think that anything solid or material could even showcase on skin that's not even skin, on a body that's not even a body, but it's there.
What is this? What does it mean?
They look at you and they go, are you acting dumb? I cannot tell.
I'm just struggling to understand how or why Avros would
Is this
do
not
any of
your
this.
family's symbol? Is this not how you bound me here?
It
You
Wait,
can give me a history check if you want, Arbelriel.
I'm very good with history. Why have I not been
And
doing
you know
history
what? You
checks
can
this whole
actually do it
time?
with advantage because it has to do with your own family.
Even better. Should have been doing history on everything in this campaign. That's a 25.
That's amazing. You know for a damn fact that is not your family symbol. In fact, if you want, you can tell me what your family symbol is, but it's definitely not a hand. And it's definitely not anything to do with this black hand, black sun that you've been seeing all over the place. This is brand new to you.
No, that's not our symbol. It never has been. And he reaches into his pocket and pulls out a handkerchief that has his initials embroidered on it, and below his initials looks like a symbol of a snowflake that has been broken and just had like a quarter of it broken off with a crack running through the rest of it. This is our symbol, not one we use publicly, but one we use privately.
So what kind of symbol is that?
Well, it's meant to represent you and your domain. Cold, the ice, the power
You
that
see,
you give us.
your patron looks stricken, and they go, they kind of like put their hand up to their head, and they go, genies can live a long, long time. I'm not saying we have the memory of elephants or anything, but there is a gap in my memory now that I look at it directly. Before I met your great-grandfather and this deal was brokered, I can't even quite remember how I came to be in your family's service and vice versa, only that I felt something pull me there. And I mean, of course, a genie loves to make a bargain, so I went along with it, but I always thought that the thing pulling me there was your great-grandfather, because when I came to, I looked down and there's this. I thought that was your family.
I was under the impression that it was you who first approached my great-grandfather and offered a deal.
I mean, I was pulled there, for sure. I was pulled there and I wasn't expecting it, but if someone wants to make a deal, I'll make a deal. But I didn't seek out your great-grandfather. I
So
didn't even know he was wanting.
neither of us know how this deal came to be then.
I will say this. Before I met your family, I am very sure I did not have a mark on my chest that matched yours. And that makes me wonder if there's a third party involved here. And if so, that is concerning, not just for you, but for me, because to mark a genie and pull one from the ether so abruptly, that takes great and terrible magic.
There is so much more going on here than I initially thought. I think I'll need to look into this some more. I have some questions for Mother and Father. Perhaps they can shed some more light on what is going on, but I cannot believe what I'm hearing. Everything that I thought I knew, it's just not true.
Imagine how I feel.
I can feel how you feel.
I can feel how you feel, which is adding to how I'm feeling.
And it's
Yeah.
adding to how I'm feeling, and I'm not much liking it.
They go, "Are you going to get rid of me now? Do you think?"
Had you asked me that question a day ago, a glimmer of hope within me would have said yes. But now, perhaps, things are different. Perhaps you are in chains just as I am. And I should not hold that against you.
They say, "I'm hard on you and your father before him because I thought you all pulled me here and kept me here and marked me like this. But if that's not the case, we may have a common enemy. Someone who seeks to bind those to their services and play people and beings like puppets. And I don't want to be a puppet."
Neither do I. Perhaps we can turn this into a partnership. A proper partnership.
Is that something you would want?
Very much.
They think for a very long time. And they go, "I'm trusting you here, that you are not lying to me." He goes, "But if we're going up against who I think we are going up against, and I don't know who they are, but I know that they're very powerful, then I offer my aid." And you see them reach down with like hands that are smoking and vapor, and they seem to fiddle with something around their waist. And it almost looks like someone, like they are untying a sash from around their waist. And a hand reaches through the glass towards you, and it crosses that barrier. And in their hand is a sash. It's made of this really beautiful gray silk. And even though it's just held in their hand, it seems to like flutter without even a wind blowing. They go, "You should take this."
Arby he reaches out for a split second, kind of hesitates, pulling his hand back, but then kind of reaffirms himself and takes it.
He goes, "If you're going to go up against someone who can trap genies, you might have to move like a genie. And you can use time to attune to that later if you like."
I will.
But they go, don't leave me in the dark on this."
Anything that I know, you will know as well. This definitely changes things, not just between you and I, but it changes our whole history.
It does.
Thank you.
And they disappear.
And I will head back the way I came, hoping that I'm not trapped in this loop of hallways.
You're no longer trapped. You easily
okay.
find your way.
And I will try to find the rest of the group, because I think I'm now realizing that the ballroom was in a panic, so something's going on.
Yes. Okay, you make your way back to the ballroom once more, and you're like, "Oh, wait a minute. So, what's going on here, you guys?"
What's happening? Where's the hors d'oeuvres?
What's
There's,
happening here? And it's like me and Gaius are both covered in blood, and like I'm staring off into the middle distance.
It's
You
not
spill your
hard to
wine?
It's not hard to find where the others are, as it seems like the crowd is kind of crowding around this one door that has 2 footmen in front of it. And they're all kind of like whispering amongst each other's. And you hear whispers like Angharad and Headmistress Holt, just here and there.
I try to push myself through the crowd as much as I can.
You get to the front. You're a tall guy, aren't you?
I think so.
Yeah, I think you said you were.
I
And
believe
they all
I was.
they part easily for you because you're tall, and also, oh my gosh, it's Lord Sarveris. And you reach to the front. And there are 2 footmen there looking up at you. Sir?
What's going on here?
I'm sorry, sir. There seems to be a bit of an accident that happened, and we are not to let anybody in.
Who's in there?
It will be resolved shortly, sir.
That didn't answer my question.
I understand, sir, but this is personal issue.
I kind of lean over him and kind of make myself appear larger than I am by kind of pushing my shoulders forward and looking down. Just give me a moment, would you?
Give me an intimidation check.
My friends, maybe.
Ooh.
Rolling decently today. That's a 19.
Sure, he seems to shrink under your looks. And he goes, of course, Lord Sarveris. And his friend goes, that's Lord Sarveris, idiot. And he goes, yes, of course, sir. I'm so sorry. And he opens the door just a smidgen so you can slip inside.
And I do.
And it is a mess in there. You see Gaius and Sinari covered in blood, looking. You see Maddie standing in the corner, also looking a little overwhelmed. Headmistress Holt and Homily Gusford working over what looks like lifeless body of Angharad. And in the corner, you also see Lord Dorian Tuft and his wife, Lady Tuft, and they are looking stricken and scared. And you can tell they're wanting to get forward to touch her, but it seems maybe they had been told by the doctor to stay back. But they're like inching forward. They're wanting to check on their daughter, but.
And is Gaius interacting with Angharad's body in any way, or has he been kind of shuffled out of the way while the doctors work on her?
I believe last time she did push you out of the way.
Yeah, she pushed him out of the way, and Gaius is kind of like sitting there, like against one of the bookshelves, just like staring at what's going on, just like with like that 1,000-yard stare in his eyes. His hands are just all covered in like that like black ichor and Angharad's blood, as he's just like whispering something to himself.
So I'll kind of sidle up to Gaius and place my hand on his shoulder to get his attention. What in the hell's happened here?
He like, as soon as your hand like touches him, his head just snaps to you, just like almost like it's like at a speed it's gonna break as he looks at you, and then like he calms down. It just happened so fast. My brother was here talking to me about what I would give up for love. It was really weird. It's not like him. Then Gaspard comes barging in with a sword. We get in a fight with Lionel. Lionel disappears, reeks like rotting honey. I come charging in looking for Angrod because of the danger that she was in. We find her in here. Crossbow bolt window went through her neck. Sonari and I tried to do the best we could to keep her alive. Headmistress Holt, Doc, say she's gonna be okay. What the fuck?
Lived. There's a lot happening here tonight. I think it would do us all well to have a private chat with each other once we've recovered ourselves a bit.
As soon as I know she's okay.
Of course.
And he like looks over to Gaspard. And he just like raises his blood-soaked hands. You mind telling me what the hell's going on?
Because I don't know. All I know is I saw you leaving with Lionel. And that was odd because Lionel isn't supposed to be here. I know that specifically because I had gone to visit him prior. See, like, Lionel, come on out. Let's go to a party. And he said that he had business to attend to. He had to help some of the sick that were on the edges of the lower edge. The poorest families. He's not here tonight.
Whatever that was fed me some story that Valentine had him come along to get him more ingrined with the people as Valentine is looking to retire, and apparently Lionel was supposed to take his spot.
I don't even know if that's true. If Lionel's getting a promotion, he hasn't mentioned it to me.
What stuck out of everything out of that conversation that had me questioning what he did was when he jokingly agreed with me when I said screw Richter. Anytime I've said that before, he's chastised me.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has. That's not Lionel.
Is something from the sea?
From the sea? No, I don't think so. The people that go into the sea don't come out, brother.
Your investigation.
He goes, this is not the place to be discussing this investigation. There's a girl lying what looks like lifeless there. He goes, we can talk later. And I think at that moment, Esperanza and Homily are talking so urgently to each other. And Homily goes, I need strong men. I need very strong men. And some foot servants of the Tufts come up, and Lord Tuft himself steps up and he goes, what can I do? And he goes, we need to transfer her to my clinic. I can't treat her here. She's not out of the woods yet, but I can still help her, but I just need to get to my clinic. And like, I think Esperanza snaps her fingers and like a floating sort of gurney seems to appear under her and lift her up slightly, but not like all the way. So it needs to be held by some of these servants and Lord Tuft, who takes one edge of it. And you can tell he's like trying especially hard not to cry. And like, as they lift her up and they're moving, he goes, I don't want her out in front of all these people. Take her out the side entrance there through the garden and call your carriage around, or call my carriage around and put her in there, and I'm going with you. And Homely Gusper goes, that's fine, but we need to go now. And they're rushing out.
Guy stands there and it looks like he wants to say something, but for the first time ever, he cannot find the words.
I think you feel a very gentle hand on your elbow. As you look down, you see a kindly old lady. She's got the starched white hat of handmaiden or a housemaid or something like that. She goes, "Dearie, you're covered in blood. You should get washed up."
Maybe it's for the best.
She goes, "Not to worry. Lord Tuft has so many washrooms. Here, I'll show you the way." She kind of kindly guides you, kind of patting your back, kind of how a mother would. She gestures out the door. "It's just this way."
He'll follow her.
Okay. She brings you into the washroom. She goes, "I'm so sorry, dear. You've had such a fright." She goes, "Are you all right? Is any of that blood yours?"
No, it's not mine. I'm not wounded.
I'm just so sorry that you had to experience that, but I have to say, if you hadn't been that brave, I don't think that young girl would still be here. What exactly happened?
It all happened so quickly. We were in the library. I told her to step away from the window. There was a bolt, a black crossbow bolt that came in through the window. It caught her in the neck.
That's a terrible thing.
Sonari and I did what we could. Pray that it's enough.
She goes, "Well, I heard you muttering prayers under your breath. Are you a devout young man?"
It's just a very nervous laughter, and he's like, I don't think you can say that I'm devout in much. I guess it's just that just came out in panic. Hearing my brother mutter these prayers every time I'm around him, around sick and injured people. Desperation kicked in, and I took a long shot, doing
She
whatever
nods
I could to
understandingly.
possibly save her.
As she's talking to you, she's got clean linens and she's warm water. She's wiping the blood of Angharad off of your hands, and it's turning the water red. She goes, "I always found it so funny that people will turn to a higher power when things seem out of their hands."
Our peoples are a very scared lot at times. We turn to the unknown for comfort.
And she goes, "Yes, I see that a lot."
Is this a
It
common
always kind
occurrence
of-
in this house?
No, not in this house, but across all houses. I just find it so funny that people always seem to invoke my name and not think that I would appear to meet a new believer. And it always turns out that I'm sorely disappointed.
Your name?
Is my name.
Are you a handmaiden? A nurse?
That's maybe one way to put it. She goes, "You said my name several times. You're almost begging my name, asking me to step in and help this poor girl." I have to say, it kind of caught my curiosity.
He's gonna take just a very quick step back, already having dealt with one extra planar bullshit today that he's not really
Don't swear here.
he's not really trusting at the moment.
And as you take a step back and you're like, you feel like an icy thing of fear in your heart, you can see that this little old woman, in her starched white cap. She actually doesn't even really look like an old woman. And honestly, now that your eyes are passing over her for real this time, you're actually looking at her, you're not sure that she ever really was an old woman.
What are you?
And as you're thinking back to that first touch on your elbow, it's like time is fuzzy. And as she's leading you out of that room where Angharad lay dying, you realized nobody had said anything. Nobody had moved. It was like they were frozen. It's like they've been frozen since she walked up to you. But you just didn't really see it. Your eyes passed over them. Just as your eyes are locking in on her now, you can see that her form is changing. And before you stands a very tall, willowy woman. But it's really strange. It's a bit like a hologram where you tilt a picture one way and see something one way, and you tilt it and see something completely different. You see a young, tall, beautiful woman, young and bright-eyed. But tilt your head a bit, and it looks like there's a bone-white skull superimposed over her face. And she has this incredibly dark sort of gaze that seems to be kind of looking you over, like straight into you. And it's eerie seeing her face switch, but not like as if she's intentionally doing it. That's just who she is. And you also notice she's missing her left eye. And it's just like the one scar on an otherwise very beautifully, ethereally terrifying face.
Have I seen this visage anywhere before?
I would say you've seen one of them. The tall, beautiful woman missing an eye. You see her all over the place. You see it on the cover of your brother's religious texts. You see her on banners outside of the church. You even see artwork of her at the school that you've been to multiple times. Our Lady of Life, Our Lady of Love Church. This is Laridia.
He calms a little bit, but he doesn't like completely rest. I don't know why exactly I'm being blessed with this vision. I haven't really been your most staunch supporter in the past.
You don't have to use pretty words with me. You probably don't see this as a blessing. And I don't even know if you really believe in me.
I do. I will say that I've had a bit of faith in you. That's mainly.
And who do you know me as, Gaius Tybalt?
Only from what my brother has told me. I only recognize one vision that I'm seeing here. The ones that are the statues that are everywhere around the city, in the schools, in Lionel's books. You're Laridia. But why are you here?
It's so interesting that you've only seen one side of me. As the goddess of life, that is what I am. But a lot of people like to conveniently leave out the fact that I'm also the goddess of death. Possibly because people are frightened of death. And it's not really a good look for new believers. She goes, tell me, Are you afraid of death, Gaius Tybalt?
My death? No. Death comes for all of us. But
I do. That's true.
I fear seeing the death of those I hold dear.
And so, why did you call me down to save a girl you don't know? It is her time. Believe me, it's for me to call her time. Do you think, charming Gaius Tybalt, that you can just make a bargain with deities you don't know and you possibly don't believe in? And they wield power beyond your comprehension.
I guess you could call it desperation. To see somebody in such agony again, trying to cling on to life as that black ichor coursed through their veins. I didn't want to see another person have to suffer like that.
But you barely know this girl.
You don't.
Seems she's lived an almost solitary life, and frankly, she disappeared. I don't even think anyone would have noticed.
You don't have to know somebody to want to help them.
That's exactly right. She goes, I feel for that girl. Really, I do. And I'll tell you something right now. She is not out of the woods. I may yet lay my hand upon her brow and take her home. I should tell you, I came here because to hear the prayers coming from lips previously unspoken, that's a calling to me. And for me, I find that every heart is a pilgrim, and whether you believe in me or not, every heart does belong to me. Is that something that you can make peace with?
I may not agree with when people slip away. And I do have minor abilities to heal. Nothing so grandiose as my brother. And I do what I can to help them. And if you were to so choose to take this young woman away from her family, I don't believe there'd be anything I could do to stop you. Though
That's
I
absolutely
would
right.
ask that you allow her to continue living.
I understand. I find that those who can heal, I feel the most for them, if only because every death is already preordained. You might think you're fighting me off, but you're just stepping one step further down the path that they are already set to walk. And that's all right. There's nothing wrong with death. Do you know that I actually feel the birth and the passing of every creature on this plane at every single moment? As we've spoken and I've made myself known to you, do you know that a child's been born and he will grow up tall and strong and he will murder his father? And I will feel that passing as well. I feel it like I see a building in the distance, and everyone walks just inexorably closer to it every day. It's unchangeable, like me. And as I've spoken to you now, a small bird's been hatched, only to be crushed under the wheel of the Cerberus' carriage one day. And somewhere across the desert, a young child's been born to a man who will actually learn how to rid the city of the plague that ruins the poorest of the poor. He does not know of this plague, but he is currently watching his son take his first and final breath. And soon I'll take him home as well. And that will spur that man to look for cures for diseases. Nothing can happen that hasn't already been preordained. I feel for them all, and I grieve for them all, because I am their mother, as well as their reaper. So, I'm wondering, what would you ask of me?
It's a selfish request.
They usually are.
Spare her. Do not let her leave just yet. I agree. As you said, death comes for us all. But I don't feel that... I don't feel her time is ready.
Is that for you to feel?
I believe it's... let's call it my personal opinion. If it's true or not, who knows?
I understand.
I agree, people need to die. It's a balance. People are born, people die. Happens every day. But I don't want to see people suffer. I don't want to see that fear in their eyes when they pass. Let them pass peacefully.
If you seek to make a bargain with me, I too would seek to make a bargain with you.
What would you have me do?
I know what you're seeking. I've been watching you and your friends. There are forces that seek to usurp me, but I can't see them through my mind's eye. They wield terrible power, and it's an aberration against the natural forces of life and death. I make this deal with you. I will spare your friend. I want you to find those arrogant enough to outlast death, and you shall have my power. A fraction, though it may be, but a great and terrible fraction it is.
Sorry, like, the water pipes are just like...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The water heater is like, or no, and it's the actual
neighbors.
heater.
The neighbors are using their sprinkler system or something, and it's doing that.
I don't know, something's off. But anyway, walls are rattling here.
There we go, it stopped. Sorry. I'm like just like mildly panicking here. He nods. I believe you speak of an organization that my friends and I have been calling the Black Hand. I do wish to stop them. If you spare her, I will do my utmost to prevent them, to stop them.
So we have a deal?
I believe we do.
She looks at you. She looks almost exultant, while also sorrowful and hungry. And you see her face slip. And you see that skull mask again. You realize it's not even a mask. It's just a face.
Oh.
She goes, are you on edge?
No, my cat just jumped from my closet
Yeah.
onto the back of my chair.
Crazy.
Hi, Evie.
She goes, then we make a deal. But
You're okay.
I would just warn you guys. You should bear in mind that those who have evil rooted in their hearts must have at one time had good. And those through whom goodness shines, they are not immune to the powers of corruption and to the very seductive dance of darkness. Sometimes it takes but a singular word to change a destiny. So I will say, let that word fall from your lips and let it be my name. And with that, she's going to reach her hand into your chest and pull out your heart in front of you. She looks at you for just a moment and she devours your heart, eating it in 2 bites. Can you give me a death saving throw? And you can message it to me.
Do you want a death saving? Oh, yeah, death save, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm a forever DM. I don't know what death saves are when you're a player.
That's okay.
Okay.
You can message it to me.
Yep.
And as you fall unconscious, you are falling through time and space. And you see visions before you. You see a cool forest with an almost like sinister breeze that ruffles the leaves. And you see a smooth cerulean sea, and it's glittering gold in the setting of the sun. And you see before you, you're looking in on a house. And you're watching all of the lifetimes that are born and pass within it. Can I get another death saving throw? And as you're watching all of these lifetimes, all of these children being born, growing into adults, falling in love, having fights, having their own children, growing old, dying in their beds, your view expands until you're not just looking upon the individual lives of that house, you're looking at everybody on the street. And then you're looking at all of the individual lives of every single person in that city. And then you're looking at the lives of every single person in that country. And then in the entire world. Can I get a death saving throw? And as you're taking in this information, it's like the personification of like Sonder, but like at an overwhelming level. Like no one human mind is supposed to handle this level of information. It's too many lives, it's too many sorrows, it's too many joys, too many deaths, too many births, too many heartaches. And you're looking at the end of this at the entire world that you know, and it's every single person that's ever existed. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw real quick.
Oh, God. One of Gaius' worst stats, I think.
I know.
Let me see. It's not bad, but it could be better. That's going to be an 11.
Okay, give me 1 second here. I don't get to roll damage very often.
I don't like the sound of how many dice you just rolled.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't.
Welcome to our side.
You take 26 points of psychic damage.
Oof.
Unfortunately, that did not get halved. It's like you're falling backwards into space as you see the world shrink before you, but you still hear all of these voices, all these lives continuing on. And within your chest, you feel sort of like a very great burning pain. And as you look down at the ragged hole that Laridia had left in your chest, you see within you a new heart is being grown within you. And all of the tissues and all of the fat and all of the muscles and tendons and everything are forming together into a regular heart. And you can see the skin growing over it, and it seems to almost glow from within you. And you can see through the very thin epidermis of your skin, you can see that on this heart that's beating rapidly now, like full of adrenaline, full of like life, you can see that there is a symbol like almost burned within it like a brand. And you can see through your skin, it glows brightly, and it looks like an eye with a slash through it before it disappears. And your eyes fly open. And you're lying on a cool marble floor, and you feel a very cool, comforting hand on your forehead, brushing your hair off your face. And you see Laridia looking down at you, both beautiful young woman and a reaper of souls, before she disappears.
I think he's just gonna quickly sit up and just like have a hand over his chest, just like making sure that there's no hole there, making sure that I can feel a heartbeat. A warning would have been nice.
You hear like a light laughter on the breeze outside the open window before it fades.
Right. Well, let's get to it. Just gonna like slowly get up and like make sure that everything still looks normal. You know, the clothes are straightened out and everything. Make sure that his hands are actually washed. And he just takes a deep breath, and he just finds his way back into the room where everyone else is at.
And it's like you never left. In fact, Gaspard looks up and seems like confused that you were right here and now you're coming in through that doorway. And he kind of like seems to kind of brush it off like, I'm going crazy. It's just been a long day. Like, what the fuck?
Never mind me. I'm just going batshit.
Never, don't mind me. He's like, I don't want to add on to anybody else's troubles. Are you doing anything, guys?
They've already taken Angharad out, right?
Correct. And I think actually, if it's all right with you, I wanted to kind of circle to Maddie and Sinari.
Yeah.
And I think, Maddie, Sinari, what are you guys doing? What are you fucking doing?
What the fuck are you doing here?
Hey, don't swear. What did I say?
I think that Maddie would have kind of snapped out of it when they took Anharad out, because in her mind it's like the doctors have her, they are taking her where she can get more help, she's going to be okay, and she's like kind of repeating that in her mind while she's like fiddling with her necklace. And she just walks up to Sinari. It's like, hi, how are you?
What? Sir?
Are
Sorry.
you okay?
Me? Oh, fine. Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah. Absolutely fine. Like, just a bit warm in here, probably should turn down the heating.
Mhm.
Like, alright. How you going? You okay? You doing good?
Mm.
Enjoying the party? Like, the hors d'oeuvres, as they call it? I haven't had a chance to taste them yet. They looked a bit weird.
She's going to be okay. You're covered in blood.
Huh? Oh. Yeah.
Do you want me to?
Should-
I could press the
Oh, yeah.
prestidigitation.
Go ahead, yeah, but saves on laundry.
I'm sure you're
Yeah.
used to blood, but
Oh,
here.
usually not in this volume. Yeah. Should have worn the red dress.
That would have definitely helped with the staining, but magic also helps. And she casts prestidigitation. So Sonari, I like out of character. I know you got hit in the head.
Yeah.
Right? Is there like a mark on your head? Like, are you visibly injured?
As far as I'm aware, no, because what hit was the back of the head.
Okay.
So like, so as far as I'm aware, like unless like you turn around and it turns out that it's actually worse than it looks and my head's cracked open, but no one's brought it up yet. So as far as she's aware, it's just a little bit of a throb. But also, she's so high on adrenaline right now, she's not noticing the pain. So.
Okay.
Yeah. And she's just like, oh, well, thanks for that. That definitely is going to make it a lot easier to get back into the party later. Though I'm going to guess the party's probably not going to keep going after this. Like, attempted murder tends to bring it down. Just like last time.
Last time. I'm sure that's an interesting story. You'll have to tell me later.
We were there. Well.
Oh.
I think at this moment,
we were, weren't we?
Esperanza walks up to the two of you and looks at Maddie specifically, and she goes, "My dear, I do believe that if you still wish to study at my school, there is no better classroom than a crime scene." And she goes, "Will you join me? I could use someone of magical abilities along with Marina to inspect this place."
Go ahead. Like, learn from this. Like, go ignore my non-magic plebeian self. Go have fun.
And I think Esperanza looks at you, Effie, and she goes, "Actually, bring your strange little rogue friend as well." And she turns.
Oh, I'm involved. Oh, okay. All right.
Can I do it?
You can give me insight check, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. $16.
How the fuck does Headmistress Holt know that Effie is a rogue? She's only ever introduced herself as like a fine lady, cousin of the Neverfells.
Yeah, and the fact that I told Priscilla, like, when she's like, wouldn't you love to, learn more about things? It's like, yeah, I'm going to be going to school. Like,
You see, I picked up on that, but I already know that Sonari wouldn't because she's just out of it. She's not
and
gonna
I
notice.
think maybe noticing your hesitation, Esperanza just gives you a little wink. Oh, someone's texting me. Hello. Never mind.
1 sec.
Esperanza probably goes and crouches by the pool of blood and that nasty black ichor on the floor and seems to be studying it. And Marina is kind of like a little ghost at her shoulder, also looking at it as well. And they're discussing.
When we're walking, I kind of look back at it with like a panic, and I'm like kind of like trying to slyly point at my eye and ear to kind of like keep like something's not right. Keep your eyes and ears open.
I'm just like I nod, but as she turns back and she's just like, so she noticed the wink too. Is Esperanza hitting on me? Is this what this is?
How did you know?
Yeah, because we don't have any super secret things that we both know, so I can't just.
And also, you have no idea that she's potentially concussed. So, like,
Yeah, yeah. It's like, please. It's like trying to get your friend who's drunk to drink water. I'm just like, it's just make sure you do this, and they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go do this thing. No,
that's when you lie and say it's vodka, and then they just drink.
100%, just a shot
Are you
of
coming?
water. Yes, It was just for a split second. I'm sorry, out of character giggles got me. But she walks up behind, still kind of fiddling with her necklace, but just kind of like looking over.
She goes, "What do you make of this?" And you can give me an investigation check if you like.
Yes. I dropped my dice. And it went under my ottoman. All right. Well, that dice that rolled really well is gone for a long time. Let's try this one. 7.
I think if you want, I think because Esperanza is helping you and this is like a teaching moment, you can roll with advantage if you like.
Okay. What?
Bro.
I rolled the exact same. It was meant to be.
She goes, it's all right.
It's a pool of blood.
Yeah, it's full of blood. It's all right. Nerves can sometimes get to us. She turns to Marina. She goes, "What do you think of this?" And Marina seems to kind of stick her fingers out and rub this black ichor between her fingers. She goes, "Well, from what I heard from Gaspard is that it wasn't so much a crossbow bolt as these arrows seem to materialize out of thin air and attack. But now they are liquid form. One would think that it's almost like a non-Newtonian fluid that seems to be liquid when it's left alone, but when pressure or friction is applied to it, whether physical or magical means, it maybe turns a bit solid, a bit like sand. Or maybe trying to like weave through a crowd or something." And Esperanza goes like, "Yes, it seems to take the form of whatever one imposes its will on it." Sonari, can you give me a nature or investigation roll, please?
Yes, I can.
You can roll it with advantage.
Investigation. Oh, it's both intel. It is a 10 plus 1, 11.
I would say that barely. Oh, go ahead. I did,
You said
yeah.
advantage. Okay, that one's better. That was a 15, so 16.
Okay. You recognize the sickly sweet smell from when you were in the basement of the warehouse, like the secret safe, and you cracked open that box of the Nightwing. It's got that sickly sap, rotting honey sort of smell. The one that knocked you the fuck out.
Oh.
Or not knocked you out, but made you feel like, ugh, you know?
Oh, this is... was Esperanza someone who knew about Nightwing? I can't remember.
Yes, thanks to our good friend Arbelriel.
Yes. Okay, so, and he did say he was going to go speak to her. Alright, so I'm just like, oh, that's fucking Nightwing.
She goes, and Esperanza pulls a handkerchief out of her pocket and very ladylike covers her mouth with it. She goes, "Yes. She goes, it would be best not to linger here and clean this up as quick as possible, but probably not without grabbing some samples." And like quick as that, Marina like forms these little bottles out of thin air and starts like trying to scoop it into these bottles for further study to assist. And you can see, both of you can see that the liquid on the floor is starting to like sizzle and sort of like it's almost burning into the floor a bit. But like as it sizzles, it seems to be kind of like disappearing or like sizzling in on itself, not trying to burn through the floor, but burn in on itself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that ain't good.
Yeah, I don't think we'll have to worry about cleaning it up. It seems to be disappearing on its own.
We definitely don't want that. We need to make sure that we're studying this, so grab as many samples as you can, my dear Marina. She goes, someone must have discovered this plant and found that it has many seriously concerning qualities and forms that they're using to their advantage, and that is a frightening thought. She looks at you, Maddie. She goes, are you all right?
Honestly, I think I just might need rest. It's been a lot happening.
And you see Marina kind of nod sympathetically. She goes, it's been a very terrible night.
All I can do is just hope that she pulls through.
I think Esperanza maybe takes those vials from Marina and stands up and goes to talk to Gaspard. Sort of she doesn't really like excuse herself from the conversation, like she's very preoccupied or no thought. She kind of gets up and is like following a thought and goes to talk to Gaspard to like get that thought out. But Marina kind of looks at you and she goes, I heard that maybe, I don't know if it's true, but I heard that you're not at your house anymore.
I had a fight with a friend who was staying with us.
She's a bitch.
Pardon?
Oh, wait, did I say that out loud? Whoops. Sorry, you continue.
Yes. Sorry, I'm talking to Marina right now. So, I don't know. She's moved on, and I suppose we ended up growing apart, but things seem to turn into a big fight, and I'm just staying with a friend for now. And
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It should blow over. Our fights always do.
I think
Marina can see behind behind Maddie. You can see Sonari just going.
What? What was that? Did you say something?
Hmm?
Did you say something?
Like, oh yeah, she's a bitch. I think I said that before, but she's a bitch.
Can I do an insight check on Sonari?
Are you gonna gift a Gab that?
If she doesn't remember she has the bracelet.
Bro.
Oh my god.
I got that specifically for you for instances like this.
Yeah, but you also if she had actually genuinely stuffed up, she would have, but she's once again high on adrenaline. She's probably concussed. She doesn't remember she has the bracelet.
I rolled a 16 plus 2, so 18 for the insight check on Sonari. I do want to do another one on Marina just in case.
What are you trying to see with Sonari?
If she's feeling like how she's doing. If she's feeling okay, because
her eye, you can tell that when she's looking at you that she's seeing, but she's not registering. Like clearly there's something like not quite right.
Yeah, like looking through us.
Yeah, kind of looking through you, and also like looking through you. Sometimes the eyesight just kind of like looks away, but she's trying to force herself back. And you can tell another thing that you probably have noticed, because even though that she keeps trying to be upbeat and everything, her hands have been shaking the entire time, but she's just been keeping her hands down so that no one notices.
Maddie steps forward and holds her hand out to Sonari to hold.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just it's been a lot. And I want to do another insight check on Marina because she mentioned that I'm no longer staying at my house, so it's this whole thing of like, how do you know that?
Okay.
16.
It's not like she's trying to be secret about it. Like, this is one of the main things about this era is that people talk, people gossip. I
I
mean,
understand. However, we are still dealing with doppelgangers right now, so
I understand. So that's just what your insight check tells
Yeah.
you, is that
Okay.
must have just heard it through the grapevine. I mean, it's not like it was a huge
Mhm.
secret. You stormed out in the middle of the night. Probably people saw you, etc. So they're like, "Why did the Fitzgerald girl leave her house in the middle of the night? What is going on? An unaccompanied lady out on the streets of Sargenty? I never heard anything like that." Stuff like that. I think
Yeah.
she's trying. I think she's very awkward. You can tell she's very awkward young woman, and she's trying to make a connection, and she might have
Okay.
just been a little blunt about it.
Yeah.
And she can probably, I think with her own insight roll that I did, is that she can tell that you're kind of eyeing her suspiciously, and in her head she's like, fuck, I probably messed that up. I should just
Oh,
not talk.
no, we need to talk, Marina.
Me?
Mhm.
I'm sorry if I
Um,
said anything untoward. I
no,
was just
nothing.
genuinely worried about you.
She like gently places, like hesitantly places a whole hand on her shoulder because Maddie's also incredibly awkward, and she's like, I don't want to come off like super strong or anything. It's okay. It's not about anything you have done, but there is stuff that I think we need to speak about. And then she's like looking around trying to find Gaius and
Before you look around,
Arbelrio.
I think she places her hand over yours and she goes, this might be awkward to say, but just know that there's always going to be people here to look after you. I mean, if that necklace around your neck is any indication of that, you have people looking after you. You know about that, right? She says it like very matter-of-factly.
I
Can you
mean,
sense the magical energies coming off of that? Or is that like something I shouldn't have said? I'm sorry. I think I messed up again.
it's okay. My mother gave this to me when I was younger, and she always said it was magic, but I didn't think that it was. I wasn't sure about how much, or if it was just someone telling a child something to make them happy.
I understand. I can feel the magical energies coming off of it right now. I think if you sit down and maybe spend some time looking at it, you might be able to find a way to use it to your advantage.
It's an excellent idea.
Oh, thank you. I
I
appreciate that.
I absolutely will. Thank you. Go ahead.
I was going to say, if you guys are all wanting to get together and sort of convene, we definitely can, but we should take a quick break and then we can come back in 10 minutes so you guys have all of your thoughts together, and we'll do that if that's cool. Yay!
Another excellent idea.
Thank you. We'll be back in a little bit.
Little kitty. And we're back. We're back and we have dice to give away.
Oh yeah.
We sure do.
I completely forgot we didn't do the dice spiel before going on break.
Oopsie.
I will leave it open for just a few more moments if you would like to get in on this giveaway for some very delicious looking dice. All you have to do is type !December in the Twitch chat. But you only have a few more seconds.
Fuck it. December. Oh.
Oh.
Okay, welcome back. They look like kind of sour apple caramel, shiny, pretty, delicious.
1 second, I will get a picture here. There you go. Those are the dice that we are giving away. You have 10 more seconds, and then I'll close it.
I don't enter these.
But I don't think the bot will say it in chat. I believe the bot has lost connection to speaking in chat, but it can still read chat. So it will still get your entries. And I will see who the drawing is on my interface over here. So let's find out. Kitra.
Hey.
What'd you win, bruh?
What did you win, Kitra? Oh, I will also type that in chat in case you... Oh, you can hear me. Okay. Perfect. Yes. Congratulations, Kitra. And as always, those that entered but did not win, don't worry. There's still more dice giveaways to come. So I will note you on our spreadsheet here, and we will reach out to you for your shipping address once December has concluded.
All right, and with that, we can get back into the shenanigans.
Always.
Let me call those shenanigans. All right, guys. So when we left off, you guys had finally all kind of convened together after this terrible thing that happened, and so much had happened to some of you. So if you are wanting to get together to sort of strategize, you could definitely request any of, like, I mean, this house has everything. A pool table room, a library, smoking room, drawing room, conference room, a secret bar, a pool house, whatever you want.
Secret bar?
Yeah, a secret bar where you sell secret liquor.
Ooh.
But you have to know the password.
And it also has, apparently, never-ending hallways.
That's only when a genie's involved.
That's fair.
Almost like a room full of mirrors, one would almost describe that. You don't know where you're going.
It's a very genie type thing.
Rooms full of mirrors are only entertaining when children are in there and they keep walking to the walls.
It's not even them walking, it's them just running full send.
Just that confidence that they have, and whack.
And it's so loud too, but it's like they don't really get hurt. It's just because the frame is like rattling.
How are they gonna learn? That's rattling like a sheet pan. Okay, what are you guys doing?
I think we just grab whatever room is adjacent to the library.
Sure.
And I pull my brother along with me.
Oh, he comes with you.
If she's still here and available, I pull Marina along with us as well.
I was going to suggest that too.
She comes with you.
And I'm leading the Sonari down because It's like I could tell you're nervous and not
What?
feeling well, but I'm not.
Nah, I'm fine. This is fine. Was there always a ceiling?
Okay, wait, hang on. How many fingers? Like, how many fingers am I holding up?
Hold them still so I can count. 2. Sorry, there is. Are you doing an illusion thing? There's some weird thing
No.
around it. Okay.
Oh, sorry, that was me.
I think as you guys are walking into the library, Marina turns to Gaspard and goes, "Hello." And he goes, "My lady." He goes, "I am Gaspard Tybalt." And she goes, "I am Marina Partington. It's a pleasure to meet you." And they shake each other's hands, but then get like right back to business. Like, "Hi, hello."
Hi,
yes.
I'm Sonari.
Gaius shuts the door once everybody like is inside, and he walks over to like closer to his brother. All right, from the top. He came charging
I
in.
can't see me loving nobody.
Gaspard, this is not the time.
5, 4, a 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3,
I didn't know your brother was a bard as well.
It runs in the family.
Oh God, the DM.
The DM broke.
God.
Oh,
really-
we're all just a barbershop for that type of thing.
I really am the funniest person alive. Oh man, that was so stupid. That got me really good. Okay, let's go. Sorry.
You came charging into that door.
Yeah.
Sword drawn, almost as if you knew what you were facing. Hit that thing with your blade and it burned it.
Yeah.
Explain. What the hell is going on?
I don't know. I just know that that wasn't Lionel. I told you.
How do you know silver was going to affect it?
I didn't. I just have a silver sword.
Silver.
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
I didn't get this sword just to take out bad people. I mean, I did, but I didn't get this silver sword just to take out bad people. Wait, I didn't get this sword and have it
It's good. It's good. It's like Gaius just like places a hand on like his brother's shoulder. It's fine.
Do you have the concussion?
I didn't know.
What do I have to do to make you believe me?
I believe you. It was just.
Well, the book said silver is a common thing for taking out monsters.
What book?
The
Wait,
book.
hold on a second. Hold on a second.
You read?
Apparently.
I thought Lionel, you said? Well, isn't that your brother?
Yeah. The uptight, like almost second in command priest of the church.
And you just found out he's a monster?
No, what I'm saying is that I don't think that's Lionel. I think that was someone
It's
pretending to be Lionel.
Look,
Did any of you encounter anything like this?
Priscilla came by, saying
My
that
best friend smacked me in the head. An asshole.
like
the mouth on this one.
looks over to Arby. Anyone that you know up here?
You mentioned a scent of honey earlier.
Sweet, rotting, almost honey-like. Yes.
When did you smell that?
When we stabbed him. And then he disappeared. And then it was all over our swords. And
Wait, he disappeared. How did he disappear?
Unnaturally. You know, one minute he's there, the next minute, poof.
Poof.
As if, say he was walking down a hallway, suddenly his footsteps would stop, but he wouldn't be there.
No, more like we saw him. We were staring at him.
Well, I understand that's not the scenario that happened.
Yes, but like out of thin air.
Out of thin
should
air.
still be there. Because people don't just vanish like that.
That's a very specific scenario, Abby.
Marina raises her hand. She goes, actually, sometimes people do just disappear like that.
Yeah, okay, yeah, if they're wizards.
Does
sorry, I missed
Avros have a habit of disappearing like that?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
I would say that no. I mean, he's very good at sticking to the shadows. He's very sneaky. I mean, he's had an ability to sneak into places he's not supposed to be. Don't tell him I told you that, because he would be embarrassed. But I mean, he can't just disappear like that, like nothing happened.
Priscilla doesn't.
You were speaking to him earlier, before I approached the two of you, Marina. I saw for just a brief moment a look on your face that seemed off to me. Was there something awry in the conversation you had with your brother?
I don't know. Just call it a sibling thing, but he felt different.
Priscilla seemed different too. And she...
Your friend? That is a terrible word.
You mean
yeah, just...
and
yes, she was the one I had an argument with at home, but she showed up and apologized, and which is very unlike her, at least in terms of, time between that.
Gaspard speaks up and goes, yes, apologizing at a party is incredibly embarrassing.
And then she asked what I would do for to to elevate my studies with magic so I could be more useful.
Specifically your powers.
What would I do to make myself more powerful? And I just told her that I was doing I was, because I already was doing some schooling. And she kept pressing of what I would give to do so, and I just didn't really, I couldn't answer, but I forgot her name. It started with an E. That was in the room. Esperanza. I have the same feeling about her.
Why?
That she's not real?
She has all of the samples of the blood.
Can I ask why?
My God, why did my mind go absolutely blank? I'm sorry. She wanted to start my studies immediately with learning about it, and she was, I don't know, I just have a feeling.
Sure, can you give me like a very post insight check?
$13.
I think that while you probably infer that Esperanza might not have been seeming herself, she was very focused, very businesslike. She was trying to enlist some help to help her with this, and she knows you had mentioned interest in studying. So she maybe wanted to make you feel involved, but that doesn't mean you should just disregard any of that. It's always, you can't really trust anybody.
I'm not sure. It's a hunch, and I don't know. I don't know her that well, so I couldn't really infer too much regarding it.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I took several samples and I have some in my bag. So
Okay.
don't worry.
Also, if it will help put you at ease, if Esperanza seemed to know a great deal of information that you wouldn't expect her to, I have been quietly colluding with her and passing on a lot of what we know.
Okay.
You see that Marina looks like happy and proud, like, there we go.
We have other pressing matters as well. The attack on Angharad.
Her blood had Nightwing in it.
If I can also bring everybody in, from what I can infer, this sort of liquid is not solely liquid. Obviously, nothing really is solely liquid. I mean, anything could be changing its form at any given moment, but I believe that it takes intense magical will and pressure to be able to form it into whatever you want. And Headmistress Holt has been studying it, and she has inferred that it's made of similar magic as what is found in the forest. Nightmare magic. Nightmare magic, for those who aren't readily knowledgeable about it, is magic that can be formed to your deepest, darkest thoughts. Essentially, whatever you imagine, whatever you dream, whatever you fear can be made a reality. If someone wields that magic or has found a way to wield this plant, they can make it do almost anything they want. Maybe send a flying arrow out of thin air into someone's neck, or start a plague across the city, or even murder someone's father in a brutal fashion.
Could such magic be used also to bind a creature of great power?
I'm sorry, I don't know. That's the first I'm hearing about it. But if this is the first we're hearing about it, and these people wield it so expertly, they could maybe make it do anything.
What would you give?
What would you give? They asked you that question too.
Yes. What would you give to make myself more powerful? Was anyone else asked a question like that?
What would you give to be loved?
What would you give to save Papa? He was full of shit. You already knew what I would give. Why'd they choose him? Fucking doppelgangers.
And they asked me, what would you give to be free?
What did you all say?
To be free.
Free of what?
The shackles of my patron.
As you say patron, like Gaius' hand just like slowly like rubs the area where his heart is.
I think Marina looks at everyone like, did everybody else know that? I didn't know that.
And I'm just kind of just going to go, Did we know he had a patron? Did we know it? Wait, no. What?
It
Wait.
was ambiguous.
That explains the lamp.
I mean, I think Maddie assumed it was something like that, or like a curse or something that she, from our like talks before, like outside of Gaius's apartment.
You are right.
Like,
yes.
he's not able to really talk about it that much, so.
So these individuals have some rather in-depth knowledge on each of us.
How?
I don't know. All I know is
They would have to be present at pretty much anywhere.
Wait.
You can't be omnipresent.
The
What?
I could be misremembering. Wasn't there a bug or something listening to us that we noticed?
Spiders.
The
Spiders.
The spiders, yes, but that would explain Sonari's question and maybe your question, but I've never talked about the question they spoke to me about. And I don't know how much Arby has spoken about wanting to be free of his shackles.
If I can cut in, these shape changers, it's possible that they took the forms of people you all care for or who know you semi-well. It's possible they could have insight into those people's minds. And if that's the case, I would worry very much about my brother's condition right now.
I too am worried about your brother.
Gaspard,
I have to go home.
Gaspard, when was the last time you spoke to Lionel?
I spoke to Lionel at the quarantine zone, maybe a couple hours before the party, and I had just tried to wheedle him into coming, like, oh, come on, brother, like, take a night off, and he was adamant that he had work to do. He's never been much of a partier. I didn't think anything of it, brother.
My son.
Your friend is named Haisung?
Yeah, he's
When
a...
was...
Haisung never fell. One of the nobility, he told me that he couldn't make it tonight, and then he was here.
I think, Effie, if I can real quick correct you, I think your eyes leader told you that he wouldn't be going. But when was the last time you saw Haisung?
I haven't...
Was it the Eyes headquarters? With your father?
I need to go.
I think we
and
all...
I just...
Hold on.
I go getting up to go, but like I'm like, you know, people who are concussed shouldn't exactly get up real quickly, so she's
Is
immediately
someone
dizzy.
able to give her some healing?
As you say that, Gaius, for whatever reason, just like channels this strange, holy looking light in his hands, and he just like sends it across the room into Sonari as he uses one of his warlock abilities, Healing Light.
Are you okay?
So, yep.
How much?
That will heal 1d6 HP. As he just like sends it across the room.
So just...
Do you want me to roll that, or you want to roll that, Rojan?
I could roll it.
Yeah, I think you should.
That's gonna heal for 5.
Nice.
So pretty much at that, I'm not concussed anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
You're
so
normal now.
Fuck. Thanks. Thanks
Listen.
for that.
Yeah, no problem. He's kind
Did
of
you
just like,
always do that?
no. Oh crap, that wasn't a dream, was it?
What did you do?
What happened? Why are my brothers so weird?
Let's just say whatever happened is probably gonna make Lionel very jealous. But story for later.
What?
Maddie also holds out a health potion. Like, does anyone else need healing?
You know what? Yes.
I was gonna say, like,
I was
please
like,
take
come
it.
on, dude.
As he just like pops the potion
Hello?
and downs it. McFly.
I did not
That's a-
roll 4d8 damage for
Oh.
nothing.
And I believe you get 2d4 from that. Yeah, it's 2d4.
Lovely. Aw, you guys are sweet to each other. Thank you.
Nice.
I think Gaspard says, whatever weird happenstances occurring currently, I don't think we should just be running pell-mell out into the darkness.
We need to stay together.
I have
There's something
question.
happening. There's
You-
something
you
happening
know where
out
I'm
there.
going. You know where
Yes.
I'm going. I can't take people with me. I have to go alone.
You can take
I
that
don't know
one.
where you're going.
You know, who are you? She's just like, where am I? Who are you? Why are these people here? When did I was in the? I was with High Sung. I was in High Sung. I had no wait no. I was with Angharad. I had her blood of. Where is the blood? Where is Angharad? Is she okay?
I clean. She is on the way with the doctors to get more healing. I cleaned up the blood.
Okay, she's alive. She's fine.
Yes.
Good. Okay.
She's
I can
not
compound. I can deal
She
with
is
that
alive.
trauma
Out of the woods
later.
yet. Though
Okay,
I have
okay,
it
we'll do
I
it.
have it under authority that she will be fine.
How do
I
you
have-
know that? What is going on?
I have many questions. But
I have-
I am gonna have to just put this aside. I need to go.
I thought a character question. How far, like, where is Anharad? Like, we're in Anharad's house, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is nearby?
I will say
Like,
that
are we
it's
in
a
town?
new
Are we-
home. It's in the upper crust, but it's a newer home, so it's further out. It's like, you know how in France the center is like the first arrondissement, and that's like where the most metropolitan stuff is. That's where like the richest houses are, the best shops.
Mhm.
As you go further out, it gets poorer and poorer. Probably the lower edge would be considered like the 32nd arrondissement. Probably the Tufts houses around like the 5th or the 6th arrondissement. So it's a bit of a ways from the center of town. It's also
Okay.
slightly further from some of the other rich houses in this area, but it's way far away from the lower edge, like complete other side of town.
Okay, that spell will not work then. Thank you.
If
Mhm.
we all have people we need to check on, but we can't go out it alone. Let's pair up. Or travel together. Whatever is out there, whatever conversed with us tonight, whatever attacked Angharad, they're watching us. They know us. Last thing we need is for them to catch any of us alone.
Sonari, can you take me with you?
Yeah,
Because
you're the
I've
best
been
one.
there before.
You're the best one I'm gonna have to take. All right. And it's like,
Marina
I've got-
stands up and she goes, I'm going to check on my brother. I mean, I'm sorry I don't know what this all is involving you, but it must have something to do with my father, but I can't lose another person.
Agreed.
I have to go with Gaius. You and your brother are welcome to tag along, and if he's safe, we'll go with you to check on your brother. But if you'd prefer to go see your brother sooner rather than later, I understand.
Now we need to stick together. We'll check. We'll do what we need to do with you, and then we'll go and check on my brother. And he looks over. He looks over to Gaspard. We need silver.
That's what I was just going to say. We can't just go sticking my silver sword into people. Does anybody have any silver jewelry at all? We can't let them know that we're on to them.
I'm gonna pull out the ornate dagger that Averos had given me. Is there any silver on the blade or anything? I can't
Yeah, I would
recall
say
if...
that there's some silver filigree on the blade. It's very also with some emeralds and like kind of an obsidian sort of braiding. And it's very finely made knife. He likes you. I
Is
mean,
my
what?
my gift of the gab bracelet like is that made of silver or?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just like, I'm good. All right.
You've been planning this. Maddie holds her necklace out.
Yep.
Gaius like looks on himself to see if he's got anything silver.
Dagger?
He gave that to Angharad.
Ah.
He's like,
Earring.
we need...
It's got to be something that they will be touching. We can't just be wearing silver and just expect them. So if you're able to position a dagger nonchalantly at someone you think is a copy, then sure. But usually it's something a little more discreet, I would think. Gaspard is in like full strategy mode. Like, we can't let them know that we're onto us.
No. Though, it may be good to use your little military ties and get a requisition in for some silver blades for each of us.
My little military ties? That's a bit insulting. He goes, listen, and he kind of reaches up and he's like looking at his sort of uniform, and it's made out of like these silver looping things to create like a braid across the shoulder into his epaulets. He rips it off and he goes, if people wear these on their fingers, it's going to look nonchalant, and that way you can shake their hand or something, and then you should be able to tell. It looked like it burned him, so keep an eye out for something like that.
He's gonna take the little silver thing that he's taken off his coat and he's gonna wear it around his finger.
Mm-hmm. I think everybody should do so. It's just safe. And if need be, if you have silver weapons, all the better.
As we go forward, I know we all understand that this is a dangerous situation that we're in, but if what I suspect to be is, then whoever or whatever is behind this is far more dangerous than we can even imagine, and has been at this game for potentially generations. So be very cautious.
Yes, sir.
They won't be in the shadows for much longer.
We need to set a time and place to meet afterward.
My
I
apartment.
was just going to say that.
Gaius's place, yes. It's always the safest. Somehow.
Except for spiders.
Except for spiders. But now we know to look out for them.
Give me a perception check, everybody. This will be a group perception check. And I'll have Marina and Gaspard roll as well. What color is Gaspard? Let's do this one. Ooh.
12.
15.
That would be a 6. I'm no longer using that die.
And I'm no longer using that die. 8.
You guys, as you talk about you're being watched, you kind of look around the room, kind of like, oh, shoot. We probably should have been keeping an eye out. But you don't see anything.
Hate that.
Are we all getting separate carriages? Then?
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, Sanari doesn't want to show anyone else like the general area where the eyes is going to be, so she's going to just like take Maddie and go, "We gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go."
Mm-hmm.
So Sonari and Maddie are.
Marina says, like, you two can use my carriage if you wish. That way you're not wandering the streets alone, and I will just go with our burial and use his carriage, if that's all right.
Okay.
Thank you, Marina.
Thank you.
She goes, be safe, and just come back to Geis's house.
Of course.
And since the two of you are going to check on Avros, we'll go check on Lionel.
Yes, we can use our carriage, brother. It'll be safe travel.
Indeed.
Okay.
Watch yourselves.
Let's boogie.
Out there.
Oh, yes, watch yourself out there. Don't boogie, just let's watch ourselves out there. So.
Are you feeling okay? You're speaking like I am.
I thought you were done, so I was like, hey, gang, let's boogie. But I was like, oh, you're not done. Oh, yes, of course, be safe. And so...
Let's boogie.
Let's, boogie. So we all split up. 3 different carriages leaving the Tufts at one time. Is there anything you guys are wanting to do before you leave the Tufts? I know that you are anxious to get out to check on your loved ones, but this would be the moment to do anything else in the Tufts house.
Are Lord and Lady Tuft still there?
No, Lord and Lady Tuft went with the doctor to the clinic.
Is Valentine there?
Give me a perception check.
18.
18, you don't see him.
I am gonna leave Dane behind at the Tufts and ask him to further investigate the crime scene or anything we may have missed.
He kind of, and then he scurries down your arm wearing his little bow tie and disappears into the darkness.
Cutie, I love Dane.
Fuck you.
As I'm like trying to drag, like I'm trying to like walk out looking as composed as possible, but you can tell that I'm like kind of speed walking and half dragging Maddie. Do I see Shen anywhere?
You don't. And I'm not even gonna make you roll because he's a member of the Eyes. If he doesn't want to be seen, he's not gonna be seen.
Not, and she's like, no, it was a fat shot, but like maybe if he notices me hurrying out, he'll probably come find me. All right, I'm just like, come on, we gotta go.
All right. It's actually, Sonari, give me an insight check with disadvantage.
Okay, so that was a sec. All right, so it's a 13.
Kind of feels like Shen ditched you. All right, you guys are in your separate carriages, and I think let's go with Matt. Oh, actually, I'm gonna roll a d6. 1 to 2 is Marina and our burial. 3 to 4 is Gaius and Gaspard, and 5 to 6 is Maddie and Sonari. That's Maddie and Sonari. Okay, guys, you're taking the Partington carriage down towards the Eyes hideout. Are you doing anything? I mean, it would be kind of a bit of a trip, like what I said, maybe about an hour.
You can tell that the carriage would be rocking, just a bit rocking because like just a general, like because it's moving. But Maddie would be able to feel that the carriage is rocking a little bit more than usual because her Sinari's leg is doing the whole tapping thing and it's not stopping. It's just like, and she's just like staring out the window, like thinking.
And honestly, Maddie's leg is also tapping like on the nerve because she's worried about her own thing, but she feels like she can't say anything at this moment because we're going to check on Haisung and mostly your father as well. I'm sure you want to check on that as well. Mm-hmm. So she's just like, I'm nervous, but I need to go with you, and I assume we're gonna go check on my friend after this.
And after a moment, she just goes, Sorry I called your friend a bitch.
It's okay, she was.
What?
Go ahead.
What did your fake friend, what did they say to you?
The fake one? She was talking about how I could be so powerful because I was born with magic and how I could do so much more. And it felt strange, but I couldn't put my finger on it. It was just because our whole fight was that she just wanted me to essentially be a wife and, have an easy life, which I understand wanting to have an easy life, but she it just seemed like she apologized and then said everything opposite of what she was saying during our fight. And frankly, I had no idea what she was talking about. I didn't understand, and then she tried to stop me from leaving at first. I think she grabbed my arm, but then she walked away and disappeared. What happened with your fake Hyasun?
He offered me, he was like, what would you do to save Papa? And told me that Papa had an episode. Now, obviously, he could easily just been a lying son of a bitch. And when we get there, Papa will be fine, but Haisung might... God knows where Haisung is. And then that son of a bitch, like... Haisung knows. Haisung and I were already plotting something to try and draw someone out to offer me this sort of thing. But they chose Haisung himself to make the offer to me and try to convince me to do it. Like, it was a legitimate thing. And that's how I knew that there was something wrong. I'm more pissed at myself for not stabbing him immediately. They teach that... They train that out of you real quickly in the eyes.
I mean, I didn't stab her at all, so you're one up on a lot of us.
Yeah, but you are also raised in a high fashion society. You didn't get to eat if you hesitated during initial training. Papa wasn't a fan of that sort of thing, but it trained me real quick. Just couldn't tell Papa that the training happened. But anyway, but they train it out of you really quickly. And I still hesitated because it was Haisung. Because I just wanted a chance that he was just befuddled, sorcelled. Like, it was still him, his mind was just gone. But if it had been mostly pretty much anyone else, I would have stabbed first. And it meant that he got the drop on me, because then he shoved my head against the bookcase so hard that I now don't remember the last hour and a bit.
Ouch. Maybe that's why they chose Haisung, because they figured you would hesitate. Well, since I saw you, you were kind of talking out of it, but you didn't really miss too much.
That's not the... I can catch up on shit that I missed. The point is that the hour gone is an hour I could have spent checking on that Haisung and my father are okay. It's an hour wasted, it's time wasted. And the only person I can blame for that is me and my hesitation.
You could blame the changeling or that doppelganger that hit you.
Oh, I'm
I
still
think-
blaming him.
Yeah.
That bastard is going to understand just how he's going to understand just how bad silver can hurt when it's shoved in all the places that he doesn't like. But it's
Well, I'd
still
be happy to
partially
help.
on me. So do you think we can pay him to like go a little faster? I don't know. I don't have much money, but like you rich people tend. Oh, well, I guess you're really not rich people anymore. But
Well, I was gonna say, if you guys want, you can treat this carriage ride. Everybody can treat their carriage rides as a short rest because the toughs are on the outskirts a bit. And if you want to do something during your short rest, like examine an item that someone pointed out to you or sort of you definitely can, and I will allow that.
I would
Oh,
like to go ahead.
I was gonna say, oh yeah, didn't they mention something about your necklace being fancy? I have a
Yeah,
vague memory of Marina saying something.
Yeah, Marina did say that there was power from it. I'm going to examine this for
Sure.
a while.
As the ride is going and as you guys close in, you manage to kind of use your innate magic to uncover the secrets of this necklace. And it's got a singular spell in it, but it's, I'd like to think, quite a good spell. Essentially, should you so choose, you gain a 3rd level sleep spell that's in your necklace there. Essentially, normally sleep is a 1st level spell that can be used, and this spell can be used only once a day, but it is leveled up to level 3. Normally, what happens is you roll 5d8 hit points to see how many creatures you affect with the sleep. But for every level over 1 that you upcast it to, so in this case 2, you get 2d8 added to that. So that brings it from a 5d8 to a 9d8 hit points that you can total, like roll to see how many creatures you hit with that. Creatures who are immune to being charmed cannot be affected by it. Otherwise, you can put people to sleep if you like.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh. I'm trying to actually write accurate notes now, so word responses are not really happening.
Here,
But
I'll just copy paste it to you if you like.
thank you. I would love to add a sleep spell to my 3rd level. Is it concentration?
Whew. I don't believe so. At least wasn't gonna make it concentration.
Oh yeah.
It should be in the book though. Give me 1 second. Nope. It's just an action. Last minute.
How long does the sleep last?
1 minute.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. I think you guys roll up. Do you guys park right in front of the shop or?
Yeah, I think so. I think at least close by to it, maybe not right in front of it.
Just a little bit down, like at the mouth of the street opening or something.
1 second. Okay, and as you guys roll up to Frank and Ferris's Foundry of Rubbish, Frank is in there, kind of wiping down the counter. He goes, "Well, howdy, ladies. Kind of a late hour to see you at."
Yeah, a bit of an emergency, really.
Okay, well, you know you gotta do, partner.
Yep. And can we just say we go through the whole thing?
Sure, you can say you go through the whole thing.
Yeah. And just she's doing it really quickly.
Is Maddie
Oh.
blindfolded during this?
She is now at the point where she's a bit too she's not paying attention to you. She's just kind of gone, look.
All right. She goes through it not blindfolded. She figured that this is an emergency situation. She'll deal with, I'm sure that we'll deal with consequences later. And we
Yep, you guys go through the secret tunnel into the Eye's headquarters. It's pretty late at night, and that's when a lot of the Eyes do their best work, so it's pretty empty.
I head straight for where my home is, with Maddie right behind me.
And as you go in, I mean, it's very late. You see that Gabriel is in there. He's fallen asleep on the couch, and your father's in his favorite chair. He's also kind of dozing off a bit.
Okay. I go up to Gabriel and I have to shake Gabriel. Gabriel.
And he brings a knife up to your throat. He goes, "What?"
And I immediately put, it's like a grating sort of thing. It's like he puts it to, I put mine to his. I'm just like, hey, how you going?
How are you going?
Fine.
Good.
Just like, all right. And like as I'm talking to him, I also just like kind of just genuinely, I just like inconspicuously just press my bracelet like towards his like face just a bit to see how it reacts.
Ow.
Okay. And then just like I pull my dagger back. All right.
What's going on?
When was the last time that you saw Haisung?
Not gonna lie, I don't keep super close track of Haisung. Kind of comes in and out. He's more your friend than mine.
He was also the one that was looking after Papa before you took over. Surely you saw him.
I saw him then.
Okay. I go over just to take a look at Papa, and I'm just grab his hand to see just how it's feeling, if he's like warm enough and everything.
He feels fine. He's just kind of asleep. He kind of like shuffles like a little like grumpily as he adjusts in his sleep, like he doesn't want to be bothered.
Yeah. I also just like quickly press my bracelet to his hand just to make sure that he's okay, just see if there's any reaction.
There's no reaction.
I hate the hesitation.
Yeah. I'm just like, okay. That's good. Maddie, shut the door.
Whoa, should she be like here?
Don't worry about it.
What? Okay.
We have more important things going on.
Sparrow's gonna be not
Gabriel,
happy.
Yeah, well, Sparrow's gonna be even less happy when I reveal this. Gabriel, I was assaulted by a doppelganger that looked like Haisung. I was attacked at the party that I was undercover with Shen. I don't know where Shen is, but I got attacked by a doppelganger that looked like Haisung.
Shen came back maybe like an hour ago, and he said that someone had attempted to be murdered at that party. He had been given strict instructions by Sparrow that if anything untoward goes on at that party other than looking for the information, he was supposed to get his butt out of there because a lot of our agents have been compromised lately. They've been getting taken out, etc. Like, I think
Angharad Tough was attacked.
Okay.
I was there. I held her bleeding neck in my hands. Wasn't a great time.
Well, Shen is back, and he handed over that information to Sparrow. So
at least the information got out.
So
yeah.
I do want to double check just because I'm terrible with names. This is the same guy that with the whole Partingtons and held a knife to my throat and everything, right?
That's Gabriel. Shen is the other.
No,
one
I
of
know
the-
who we're talking to now is Gabriel.
Yep,
Yes,
that's what I meant.
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
So that's if we got agents compromised, we need to start checking for doppelgangers. That's why
Okay.
That's why I put my bracelet to your face.
Ah, yes, silver. And he kind of goes, well, I wear silver all the time for things like this. Can't be too careful.
Yeah. So we need to get the. And I just kind of go. I really shouldn't have brought you here. I looked at Maddie. And so I really shouldn't have brought you here. You're gonna need it. I'm gonna need you to stay with Papa while I go with Gabriel. Because I need to find Haisung, and I need to find the people who are in charge, and it's gonna be a lot harder to explain when you're with me.
Can't we just blindfold her and put her in a room again?
We could do that. Okay, I guess we can do that. But I don't want to leave.
And he goes like, only if you want to. Like he's like very nervous to make you uncomfortable. He's like, only if you want to. Like I don't want to make you do anything you don't want to do.
Now he's worried about making me uncomfortable.
Yeah. It's either I take her. I have to take her with me, or I still leave you here looking after Papa.
No offense, Miss Fitzgerald, but it might be better for eyes to handle this.
My friend was a doppelganger too.
Oh, okay.
And they offered what I would do for something that I wanted.
Well, I want to come too. I want to help. I'm tired of, no offense, staying on the sidelines. So if we, it's your father, and I will stay here with your father, but can you just keep me updated?
We'll come right back for you. All right.
Okay.
I grab like a scarf off a nearby bookstand thing, and I'll just go. All right, just tie it around Maddie. Just like old times. Let's go.
Cool. All right, and you guys head up to the door and you do your knock. Enter. As you enter, you see Shen and Sparrow talking to each other, looking gravely serious and concerned over these documents that were pulled from the Tufts. As they look up, they look like relieved to see you, and then also confused as to what Maddie is doing here.
I pull Maddie in, I close the door, I put Maddie at the door, and it's like, don't move, I'll talk to you in a second. And I walk right over to Shen and Sparrow, and I'm just like, I also, because I have my necklace as well, my locket, which I'm going, like, my assumption is the locket's silver, because I'm pretty sure that was established, like, we established it long ago. But I grab my locket off my neck as I walk over. I put my bracelet against Sparrow's arm, and I put the locket against like Shen's cheek or something, like just like, and it's just like, that's how I greet them. And just like
give me a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage.
Okay. You're not gonna believe this.
I'm not.
I got a nat 20 and a 17.
Okay. So I think Shen tries to like bring your arm behind your back, but you twist out of it. But you're also not going to believe this. Sparrow rolled a 20 as well. So what do you get on your 20?
So on my 20, I got a hold on, where is it? Where's my thing? My dex is +5.
Okay. You try to bring Shen kind of like tries to put your arm behind your back. You wiggle out. But as you do, Sparrow brings her dagger up to your neck and puts your arm down by your side.
Is she grabbing my bracelet?
No, she's just a little quicker than you. She goes, "What is the meaning of this?"
Does these look if they touch the silver? Just touch the silver, and I'll stop freaking out. Just touch it.
She goes, you touch it first.
I literally am.
Oh, sorry. You got gloves on.
What? Oh, okay. Then she just, Shen, can you let go of the hand for a sec? Okay, and then I grab the silver and she's like, okay, now touch the silver, both of you.
They put their hands up.
And just
Nothing
watch.
happens.
And like, okay. Sorry. I know, I put my glove back on. I know that was stupid, that was weird and everything, but...
Sparrow kind of swears under her breath. She goes, the next time that you try to come at me, even unarmed, I will take you down.
Understandable. We have doppelgangers as an issue. I was assaulted at the party after Shen left by a doppelganger that looked like Haisung.
Shen
I don't know
goes,
where he is.
I didn't leave until I saw everybody freaking out over something happening in a room, and I managed to catch a glimpse of like a bloody floor, and I was told to get out of there the second anything starts going haywire. And Sparrow nods.
Angharad Tuft there was an assassination attempt on Angharad Tuft.
Is she all right?
She's alive. I have it under authority that she's going to survive. I don't know how they have this authority. I don't understand either, but I helped save her life.
That was very noble of you. Now,
noble and stupid, I know, but I'm under my defense. The Haisung's doppelganger gave me a severe concussion, and I'm only remembering bits and pieces of that hour before I got healed. Haisung's
doppelganger. He was there. He was not supposed to be. She looks at Shen for like confirmation. Shen tries, goes, if he was there, I did not see him. He's hard to miss.
Haisung, I was approached by who I thought was Haisung after my mission with Shen was completed. After Shen had the information, I was under the impression that Haisung wouldn't be there either. But then we had a conversation, and Haisung wasn't making sense, and right before I stabbed him, it got the drop on me and shoved me really hard into the nearby bookcase and concussed me. I don't know why it didn't take the chance to end me. It definitely did, but it disappeared from the room right after that.
Don't make that mistake again, because next time it might be your life, and I don't want to explain to your papa what happened to you. She goes, this is dire indeed, and it might actually be the answer as to why we are missing so many agents out in the field. If this person is taking over our people, then we are very much compromised.
That's why I had to check you guys first before I said anything.
Maddie, were you wanting to say something?
Yes. We were multiple doppelgangers were at the party at the same time, I believe. Multiple people were attacked by doppelgangers at what I believe is the same time at the party.
I think Sparrow kind of pulled. I'm gonna just say, like, before you can put Maddie in a room, Sparrow kind of stops you from doing that, and Maddie's just out there. And she approaches Maddie now, and she goes, "Don't be frightened." And she just gently taps a dagger on the exposed collarbone of your skin, just to check. She goes, Miss Fitzgerald, I'm taking a leap of faith right now, and I hope it does not come back to ruin us. And she takes your blindfold off. And you see this very, like, older, intense-looking, gray-eyed woman with a very tightly pulled bun of, like, copper hair back there, and she's eyeing you, like eyeing you up. She goes, you were also attacked by doppelganger.
Yes, they took the form of my friend.
I have heard whispers of someone who has been offering deals to people. Did that happen to you?
Yes, I did not take the deal.
And I'm assuming that Sinari did not either. So at least we know their point of attack, so to speak. They go in the form of someone that matters to you.
came back
goes,
here to find Hai Sung. I don't know where Hai Sung is.
I will be honest with you. Haisung comes and goes, does he not? He went
Yes.
out on a mission maybe about a week or two ago, but I mean, I figured he was gallivanting. He's never been the most serious. Only when he wants to be. Listen, the only way we are going to find Haisung if he has been taken or harmed in any way is if we get to the bottom of who is doing this. So, does anybody else know this information?
2 other people that we've been working with were also attacked.
The
Gaius
Tybalt and the
Tybalt.
Salvares?
Yeah. They were also attacked and approached. Gaius Tybalt was approached in the form of his brother, I think, Lionel.
Yes, Lionel.
Yeah. And Arby was approached by someone pretending to be Avros Partington. Yes, the Partingtons.
Avros.
Yeah.
Oh no. Has anybody gone to check on Partington?
They've Partington's sister Marina was there. She was gone with him to go find out what's happened to her brother, and the Gaius Tybalt's other brother was there. And I've forgotten what's his name again? Maddie?
Lionel.
No, the other one.
Gaspard.
Gaspard? Yeah.
Gaspard. Yeah, Gaston. He's
Gaston.
actually. Yeah, the 2 brothers have gone to go check on their other brother, check on Lionel over in at the church.
Okay. It is imperative that we stay on top of information. Are you meeting back up with Sarveris and Tybalt at any time?
But that's the plan after we make sure that her friend is okay. Even.
I would appreciate it if you're able to report back to us as soon as you can.
Of course.
I'm sorry I don't have more information about Haisung, but the only way we're going to figure out what has been going on in this city is if we get out there.
Yeah, couldn't say it better myself. All right. Sorry to interrupt. Hope the information has been useful. Do you want me to blindfold her on the way out? It's a lot easier for us to get the hell out of here. She actually can see where she's going.
No bother. It's fine. She looks at you. She goes, I really hope that I have chosen wisely here, Miss Fitzgerald. Are you able to assist us?
I don't want to say I'm more than happy to assist, but I can absolutely do my best to assist in any way that I can.
I will take it. Will you just keep Sinari safe, please?
That I am more than happy to do whatever I can to keep her safe.
You get 1 concussion and everyone thinks that you're useless now.
You got healed, you're fine.
I think she goes, I would be very surprised if Gabriel is not chomping at the bit to know what's going on here. I will fill him in. We will have to send him back out into the field. We're losing too many people as it is. So you 2 leave and I will fill Gabriel in. I hope that is all right with you, Miss Fitzgerald.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I said that we're sending Gabriel back out into the field. I hope that's all right with you, Miss Fitzgerald. We're short on people.
A lot has changed since then. I don't mind.
All right. And she kind of shoos you out. She goes, we need to go. We need to go now.
Yes. So I'm just like, I go to head out with Maddie. I'm just like, all right. I know this place is gonna look all fancy and like you might go, ooh, because everything's now, you can actually see everything now. We don't have time. I can take you the tour later.
Later. Just for now, show me where the door is.
All right. I want to roll to see who we bounce over to. Okay. Let's bounce over to I forgot what I rolled. I don't even know how Okay, one through 3 is Gaspard and Gaius, and 4 through 6 is Arbeliel and Marina. Okay, it's Arbeliel and Marina. I'm sorry, Rojan. Okay.
That
we're gonna
cut rolling high.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna jump over to Arbeliel and Marina in the carriage. I would say that during that, probably not a lot of talking is going on, but she does eye the sash around your waist. She goes, "Is that new? Looks very nice."
Very new, yes.
She looks like she wants to say something, but she shuts her mouth and looks away.
Marina.
Hmm.
You know you can speak freely around me, right?
I was just going to say that I think that's also magical, but the last time I mentioned that something was magical to someone, namely Maddie, they looked upset, and I didn't want to say the wrong thing again. Or they looked confused or upset, or maybe it was leftover upset from the fact that Angharad Tuft almost died. I'm really not
I
very
think
good
there
at
was
reading people.
just a lot going on in that moment.
Yes. Sorry. But that's
You are
magical.
correct. It is magical, yes.
Do you know what it does?
Not yet, but I'm hoping by the end of this carriage ride I will.
I can assist you if you like.
That would be wonderful, thank you.
As you are eyeing this sash around your waist, you find that this sash that flutters even when there's no wind gives you the ability to gain the spell Fly. It can be used up to 2 times a day for free, so you don't use a spell slot. Hope
Now
that's chill.
I know that Fly, the spell, you can cast it on others.
Mhm.
Can I do that with this as well? Like, can I use a charge of this fly to give somebody else the ability to fly?
I'll say yes.
Okay. I only ask because part of my level up gives me the ability to fly once a day.
Mhm.
So,
There you go. Okay.
Now you can do it 3 times.
Yeah.
well,
All right.
now I can fly with somebody else.
All right, so you guys kind of pull up with a screech to the Partington house. And as you do, Marina kind of bursts in to the house and goes straight to like the Avris's office, and the door is closed.
And I'm right there with her the whole way.
She's banging on it. Avros! Avros! And she goes like, please excuse me. And she casts knock on the door, and it flies open.
Well, that's useful.
It's one of my favorite spells. And then she goes in and she goes, oh, thank goodness. And do you go in as well?
Yep.
Okay. You see that Avros is kind of at his desk, and there are papers strewn everywhere. And his head is resting on his desk on some paperwork. But he is sleeping.
Seeing that he's asleep, I will look at Marina and just, like, hold my finger up to my lips, like, quiet, and I want to creep over to him and pull out that dagger sheathed, just so she doesn't think I'm about to stab him or anything, and just very gingerly touch some of the silver on it to his hand.
Nothing happens.
I put the dagger away, and I step back, and I look back at Marina like, now we can wake him up, type of thing.
Marina is shaking him, but he is not waking up.
Is he breathing?
Do a medicine check. You can also do an investigation check if you like.
Let's go with investigation.
Okay.
That's going to be a 15.
You look, And it looks like he is breathing. It also looks like papers are strewn out. Like he must have just been in several meetings. And the fire is roaring. So it's not like, I don't know, like it just looks like a normal office. There's a bottle of wine on his desk as well. So he must have been entertaining some people, but he's asleep. But I think you probably think that maybe Marina's just being a little gentle, even though she is a younger sibling. She's like, "Wake up, you idiot." If you wanted to help her, you could maybe do that.
Yeah, is there any like books or anything on his desk or nearby?
There's a wall of books behind him.
I just grab any random thick hardcover book and I hold it above his desk a few feet and just let it drop. So it makes a very loud sound when it hits the desk.
And he goes, "Huh, huh." So, lady, help me. And Marina goes, "What is wrong with you?" She goes, "What are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be at a..." Oh, shit.
Evening.
And he goes, "Oh, no, I'm a bad person." He goes, "I'm so sorry." And he's like looking at you directly. He goes, "I'm so sorry. I got caught up on work stuff and I fell asleep and I met so many people and we were talking and drinking and doing business and it got so it blurred everything. I profusely apologize. I profusely apologize. I'm sorry."
And Arby just stands there and lets him stumble over himself for a while, knowing full well that just a few hours ago, that was Arby.
And Marina's looking at you and she's judging you. She goes, "Oh, save it. He also stood you up as well."
You don't have to tell him that right away.
Goes, well. You are going to let me grovel before you like a dog."
Only because a few hours ago, I thought I was groveling before you like a dog.
Yeah, because you stood me up.
Clearly,
Maybe if you had been here to wake me up. Maybe if you had been here to wake me up.
Well, maybe if you had come to meet me instead of leaving me to go to the party on my own.
Maria goes like, "This is stupid. This is stupid." She goes, "Are you all right? Why are you asleep?" He goes, I must have drank too much. I don't know. I was so busy and doing all of this. Give me an investigation or a medicine check, please and thank you."
We'll go with investigation for 16 this time.
You look at the wine bottle on his desk. It's just the singular wine bottle, and it's only half empty. And that's not really enough to knock anybody out.
What people did you meet with, if you don't mind my asking?
I met with a lot of people. I met with some of the magistrates of the city, talking about sort of like reconstruction plans for the forests. I don't know, my mother stopped by, my grandfather. Zymar Theronius went over to go over stuff in the case. Lord Tybalt stopped by. That was a fun conversation.
Lord
I sent
Tybalt. Which of the Tybalts?
the older one. He's actually, this is weird, but he is wanting to discuss possibly working side by side with the Bardingtons, on like a business deal, sort of maybe open up a sector of the Our Lady of Life school for those who might be interested in joining the Navy. I'm personally not a fan of it because authority figures, the military, police, what is it? But maybe if some people want to do that.
When you say the older one, do you mean what was his name? Gaspard?
No, the father.
Oh, the father.
The father. Sorry. But he did want Gaspard to kind of lead it, because he's good looking and everybody wants to like be big and strong like Gaspard, and he's like,
Naturally.
okay, we get it. You like your son very much.
And all of these meetings, they were all scheduled meetings, I assume?
Yes. Like my schedule was full. Again, I apologize.
You have nothing to apologize for. I understand very well that work can get the best of you sometimes.
Do you have something you'd like to say to me?
Well, I did say it profusely and many times already, but it
To Marina? Why are you
wasn't.
apologizing to her?
Well, it's a long story. But yes, I am very sorry. Our arrangement had completely slipped my mind.
Because,
I
well,
did not realize it until I was face to face with your sister at the party.
I appreciate the apology. And he kind of like tries to smile, but he goes like, ah.
This wine here, is this what you've been drinking?
Yes.
Do you mind if I take the bottle and just give it a quick sniff test?
Sure, give me a medicine check.
Oh, that is very good. What is my medicine? It's 321.
Woo! You smell and kind of like maybe even do that thing, like swipe your finger over the rim and go like, and you taste the rim of the wine bottle and you can detect notes of tobacco, raspberry jam, and also a hint of something else, something sweet and almost rotting. One might not notice it, but Arbeliel knows his wines.
So as soon as I detect that, knowing that Marina likely smelled the same thing when she was assisting Esperanza, I'll kind of tilt the wine bottle over to her and like cock an eyebrow, like there's something.
Oh
up
no,
with
thank
this.
you. I'm not really in the mood for a drink.
No. I mean, just give it a.
Oh.
Right.
Right. She goes, who gave this to you? And he goes, what do you mean? This is from our store. Like our storage below. I just have them occasionally refill up in my office. Why? She goes, this is... Someone tampered with this drink. He goes, oh, okay. Why? And she goes, ugh. Someone was impersonating you tonight. And I think that's how they got you. They knocked you out. He goes, they were impersonating me. Why? And you can see he's kind of starting to look like mad.
Well, I'm not sure if I was the sole objective, but they did take your form and they approached me with it and presented some opportunities that I was foolish enough to accept.
What, like, he glances at Marina, like, embarrassingly, like, what kind of... What do you mean? What are you saying? I'm confused. Not like that kind of, not like because I'm so sorry.
If it was that sort of opportunity, I certainly wouldn't have prefaced it by calling myself foolish. No, the opportunity I mean is, I believe it was almost a verbal contract of some sort. Magical in nature.
Okay.
Nefarious in nature.
Oh no. And Marina goes, so who did you see today? He goes, okay. I have the equivalent of 5 hangovers right now, so please excuse me, but a couple of magistrars. Mother stopped by, grandfather stopped by, Zamar Thronius, Lord Tybalt, and Lysanthia Werenaris. They all stopped by. Do you think one of them did it? Marina goes like,
And this bottle of wine it's from your personal stores, but did you personally retrieve it, or?
We usually have just anybody who goes through cleaning the rooms, they just restock, cigars for the smoking room, blade oil for my collection room, in here, and like wines, etc., flowers, etc., just to keep everything kind of in tip-top shape.
Could you perhaps find out which of the help restocked it in here for you? I don't think we should rule out anyone as a suspect.
Yeah, of course. But if it's as you say, I mean, anybody could have taken the form of a servant and just gone
Yes.
down, grabbed it, put it in here. They might be long gone by now.
They might be long gone by now. It could have been somebody that you met with in a moment where you looked away. They spiked it. We're dealing with doppelgangers, as far as I know, or people or creatures with the ability to take the faces of others, and that makes it incredibly difficult to track them down.
Marina goes, that it's now just occurring to me that I should go check on mother and grandfather. And Avros goes like, do you need help? She goes, no, I have it. I can check a little more accurately than you can right now, Mr. Junk. And she leaves. He goes like, I feel terrible. I had no idea.
None of us. And I just kind of pull up a chair and sit opposite him at his desk. This whole night was, I think, far more than any of us bargained for.
I guess I'm glad I didn't go. I don't think I could handle another murder at a party.
Now that I know you're safe, I'm glad you didn't go as well.
Thank you, I guess. Maybe.
Well, it wasn't just the doppelganger situation that we dealt with. There was the murder that happened, attempted murder, was very gruesome.
Oh, she's all right?
She, as far as I know, is going to be all right. As much as someone can be after experiencing something like that.
What exactly happened? Like, how did she get attacked?
I'm not entirely sure. It was quite frantic, the explanation I was given, but my understanding, she was standing near a window and a bolt of some kind struck her. But Esperanza and Marina examined her afterwards, and the bolt didn't seem natural. They said it was a strange material that was solid but not solid. And it's this whole thing. Nightwing, the poison that has been going around lately, is involved, and there's a lot of pieces that are connecting right now, and it's all very, very concerning.
I think he probably stands up and comes around and sits in the chair next to you. And he leans forward, kind of resting his hands on his elbows, and he goes, I know I must seem like a fool to you sometimes, especially now, but I want to reiterate the fact that if you need anything, I am here for you.
I very, very much appreciate that. I do. And of course, same to you, Avros. You and your sister have been through a lot lately, and everything that's going on, I can't imagine it's easy for you.
Kind of waves it away like we're tough. And I think. Are you guys going to talk about anything else? Is there anything else you want to bring up with Avros?
I think there is, but before he says anything, he's going to get up and go close the door so that we have complete privacy. And then he will sit down again. And as he sits down, he turns his chair so he's like facing Avros directly.
Am I in trouble?
No.
Oh.
But there is something else that I cannot keep from you any longer.
Okay.
Avros, I know who killed your father.
Because who is it?
Before I tell you, I want to preface it with a very important piece of information.
Okay.
The person that killed your father was approached, I believe, by the same people that are now targeting us, and was essentially forced into doing the act that they did. As if they had not, then someone very dear to them would have been killed instead, or not saved. That being said...
Hold on. And he puts like a shaking hand up. He goes, at the risk of revealing a little too much about myself than I maybe feel comfortable with, can I assume we are looking at an assassin type situation?
Yes.
Then I think I would know better than anyone that an assassin is not so much a murderer as a knife is a murderer. And I worry that even with that knowledge, if you tell me a name, I won't have the compassion that I normally have, or the clarity of mind to not go after this person. I don't.
I understand.
I don't
I
want to know.
understand. And I will not give you that information. I will just say that we are continuing to work to put a stop to the person that wielded this knife. Or
Can
the
I
people
assume
that wielded whatever is behind this.
Can I assume you've known this for a while?
I have, but I needed to know why it happened before I was comfortable approaching you with it. And although I don't know the full extent of the why, I could not hold this from you any longer. I have not told your sister, just you.
Probably best you don't. She will barrage you endlessly for a name, and then I fear she will have a similar lack of self-control. She has so much on her plate already. I just want to protect her.
I understand.
And I think he slowly reaches out and takes one of your hands in his and covers it with his hand. He goes, "Thank you for telling me. I know that must have been a frightening aspect."
Has been a very frightening aspect for a while now, but you deserve to know.
And he lets go of your hand very quickly, and he stands up. He goes, "I have, once again, at the risk of revealing a little too much about myself. I have people I can reach out to maybe have more eyes on the city, so to speak. To look out for anything like that a bit more, and they can report back to me. But I don't want to, cross impede on your investigation as well.
All I ask is that you don't do anything that puts a bigger target on your back.
I mean, I have a pretty big target on my back anyway, but I appreciate it.
So please don't make it bigger.
Okay. And I think we're going to really quick cut over to Gaius and Gaspard. We're always just running out of time, you guys. I'm so sorry. But the RP is really good. We're gonna jump over to Gaius and Gaspard. You guys probably have the longest trip because you guys are going to the very edge of the lower edge, like where the lower edge and the upper crust meet, because that is where the church sits, right at the heart of the city. And as you're driving there, Gaspard goes, "So, what is going on with you, brother?"
Well, I guess now that we're alone, I can give you more insights.
Wait. He leans forward, grips your wrist with his silver ring on it. Just a look. Nothing. Okay.
And he reaches out and like touches like the side of his face with like the silver ring.
Don't. That's just mushy. He goes, "Yes. Oh, sorry. The ring. Yes. There you go. I'm good." But also, I'm wearing a silver ring, idiot.
You can have fabric underneath it.
Oh my god. Okay. That's such a stupid answer.
Hey, look, he doesn't know how this shit works, okay?
He's a brother.
All I can think of is like the inside of the ring has just like some fabric that stops the silver from touching his skin.
It's a very natural response to say to a brother where you just like you don't know what to say, so it's something stupid.
So fucking stupid, brother. He goes, "Okay,
Well,
so what is going on with you?
I guess that
You freak."
I'm just on a roll with making stupid decisions tonight. You remember when I was healing Angharad and I was apparently praying?
Gross.
Yeah.
But yes.
So that old woman, did you see an old woman speak to me?
Old women speak to you all the time. What do you mean?
It was a maid, one of the older housemaids of the Tuft family. She said that she would help me get the blood cleaned up off of my hands and everything.
No.
Okay. Well, I went with her, started washing my hands off, and
Oh, brother.
she started speaking to me about what had happened and life and death. She wasn't who she said she was. You're probably not going to believe me, but I had a conversation with a deity. One that our brother worships night and day.
Oh, no. Oh, he's going to hate you.
Oh, he's going to hate me even more when he finds out what happened. I made a deal with her.
No. Oh, no. You're so stupid. Every day of your life, you're dumb. Every day. Every day you wake up, you're stupid, and you go to bed, and you're stupid in your dreams.
I made...
Why?
To save Angharad. Laridia is not
She was gonna be fine.
Laridia is not just the goddess of life. She is the goddess of death. She made it sound as if Angharad was not out of the woods just yet and could still slip away. In order to guarantee that she would survive, I made a deal. She would spare her life if I continue to look into this Black Hand, this group that has been plaguing the city, and put an end to them.
His brother, far be it from me to judge your life decisions. I'll just do that in the privacy of my own home. But
Oh.
is it not possible that perhaps she was lying to you?
What about being Laridia?
No, about the fact that Angharad was not out of the woods. If she's the goddess of life and death, doesn't she have control over that?
I wasn't willing to roll those dice. But
C'est la vie, as they say.
now, after that, and he just kind of like holds up a hand and he just like summons like a bit of that, like that eldritch celestial energy in his hands. I can do this now. He kind of just like waves.
Gross.
Why is it always gross with you?
You're just gross. Sorry.
You think that's gross? Wait till I tell you how I got these powers.
Listen, I really like this campaign because I get to play my annoying sibling role.
Look,
You're just gross.
this is probably the least gross thing I have ever done. Granted, she ripped my heart out of my chest and consumed it in front of me, but...
Gross! Brother, please.
Really?
Oh, brother.
That image
Brother,
is what...
that is really messed up. No, that's really messed up. That's messed up. I mean, I'm allowed to say that's messed up.
Yes.
I think I'm allowed to say that that's messed up.
Don't worry, my heart regrew. It's in here still.
It got better.
It got better. Maybe it was...
So are you promised to her now? Like, are you her champion? Are you her cleric? What are you? Was something like that?
I ain't a cleric. I know that.
You would be a really bad
I
cleric.
would be a horrible cleric.
Yeah, you would. It's really bad. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh at you. You had your heart eaten and then regrown.
I don't know. A warlock, maybe?
Well, ew. Well, I'm sorry,
Again,
brother.
with the ews.
Sorry, I don't know how else to respond to that. It's just so weird. Magic is odd. As well, I guess it's... I guess maybe this would be a good thing to talk to Lionel about. You know what? Thinking about it, he might not actually be upset. He might be so excited because now you and him are goddess chums. You're goddess bros, goddess friends, bosom goddess buddies.
You really need to work on your names.
Whatever. But do you see what I mean? Like, he might be really excited about it. He might be able to help you.
If he doesn't hate me for it.
I think you and I maybe overestimate how much of a hard ass he can be. I think he really just would much rather have brothers than not at all.
Maybe. And he did seem to warm up to me since I was taking an interest in helping the people when I last spoke to him.
Because I wanted to ask you, he was talking about... You were all talking about deals. What do you mean that he had asked you about love?
The conversation with the doppelganger. It was just very cryptic. Talking about love and what I would be willing to sacrifice for it. Almost making it sound as if, like, in order to be loved, you had to give something up. But
some people see it that way.
I don't see it like that.
As son, so you weren't a very good target to broker a deal with.
I wasn't a good target, and again, I didn't really trust much of it. When I said screw Richter, and he just laughed and said, yeah, screw Richter. Well, you say it too, but like, I'm a proponent of screw Richter. Lionel is always chastising me about that.
Yeah. It's possible they just wanted to say whatever would get you on their side.
To a point, it almost sounded like as if he was trying to recruit me into the church.
Into the church?
Into the church.
Did they mention the church at all?
Not directly. More light and love and what I'm willing to give up for that.
So you think it's coming from the church?
No, I don't think it's the church. There's some sort of group out there. When I spoke to him previously, I had given him a rundown of a plan that I had to make it sound like I was desperate for assistance. Assistance in ending the plague, in making sure that nobody else had to suffer, and getting the attention of this group who had a hand in Partington's assassination.
I guess they answered you, but they maybe offered something they thought might have been a little bit closer to home.
I don't know why they even mentioned love. I don't talk to anybody about that. I don't even write about my personal feelings like that. That's something...
I think it's maybe possible that someone with the ability to summon deadly arrows from midair and, as you all were saying, control various spiders, might be able to see the very depths of what we want most. I'm not telling you what mine is. Yeah, that is worrisome. What if they find out what mine is? Then we're all fucked.
This creature that you and the other captain were going out to investigate, this so-called sea monster.
Heathcliff.
Heathcliff.
Yes.
So-called sea monster that drove him into insanity. Or almost to insanity. I don't know how he's doing. I haven't really gotten an update about him. Last I heard, he was still in Homilly's clinic.
He's still there. I visit him as often as I can.
What if this is the thing that is working with this group and making deals to people? And if
it's possible,
they've reached out to us, who's to say they're not reaching out to their other families, the family heads?
Well, this black hand you all speak of, is it not maybe... Is it not maybe sensible to assume that they're already a member of this group?
Maybe.
That's how they get their power, their wealth, whatever they might desire.
We found a manifest with a bunch of high-ranking family names.
A bunch of them.
A bunch of them, not just one or two, just a decent amount of names. Our family's name was on there.
Okay. He looks like green around the gills as you say that. He goes, "Oh.
You okay?"
Mother and father. Oh, yeah, that's just terrible to hear about mother and father.
I would hate to think it was mother who was involved with them. Father, on the other hand,
he's a businessman.
We can't say that he wouldn't jump at a chance to gain more power, more influence.
Oh, you know what? Father is doing that. You know who else is? Richter. Ugh. Probably.
I haven't spoken to him in months. You have any idea what he's up to?
I don't like to talk to him. I understand that he runs a firm of something. Financial firm? I don't keep up with him. That's not really where my head is. Mother likes to always be like, well, you know, it's very nice that you're out there, you know, commanding the Navy, but I really wish that you would take on most sensible endeavors like, I don't know, finances, like your brother Richter. And then I leave.
Damn, your brother does a great impression of your mom.
I
think at that point, you guys maybe pull up to the quarantine line. He goes, I have to tell you, it's possible that Lionel won't be here. He said he was going to the outskirts of the quarantine zone, like to the farthest parts, to help with the sick. Maybe he's back. I mean, he has to sleep sometime.
Let's see if we can't find him.
Okay. You guys walk up to the quarantine, and it's essentially been, as you remember, like a dome of magic, shimmering magic that encases the entire lower edge to keep the plague inside as they still try to figure out what's going on with that. And there are two guards at the front of it. And they look at you and they go, no entrance. Sorry, quarantine.
Wasn't thinking of entering. I need to speak to Lionel Tybalt. It's of dire
Lionel Tybalt?
importance.
What is the emergency?
Tell him his brother has information that he needs to speak to him about of a grave matter concerning the plague.
Okay. He, one of the guards passes through the magical thing, and it's a little ways down the road, but you can see the entrance to the church in there, and he walks into the church. And as he's in there for a couple minutes while you guys are waiting, he exits a couple moments later with another priest who is not Lionel. And this priest comes out and he bows. He goes, "Good evening, gentlemen. I understand that you are wanting to speak with Lionel." He goes, "He is out at the furthest edges of the lower edge administering Our Lady's healing light to these families that have been affected by the plague, but if you wish, I may send him maybe a sending message. That's all I can really do. That's how we communicate across this vast city."
You
Or I could get a message to him another way. I'm sorry, I know it's not a perfect system, but we're
if you
doing
have
what we
the
can over
means
here.
to, yes, use your magic to send a message to him and tell him that his brothers need to desperately speak to him. If anything, we can walk the perimeter to the other side of this quarantine zone in order to speak to him.
The premise actually goes to the edges of the sea and the forest, so it would be a bit difficult to reach out to him, but I can tell him to make his way over here as soon as possible, if that's all right.
Do what you must.
He kind of pulls up a hand, and it's almost like a frequency that kind of shivers with his voice. He goes, "Brother Lionel, it's Brother Benjamin at the front of the quarantine. I have your other brothers here, your real brothers." He kind of covers it. He goes, "What are your names?"
Gaius and Gaspard.
Because I have your brothers here, Gaius and Gaspard. They wish to speak with you. You can reply to this message. And he turns it off. And you guys stand there for a minute or two, and then Brother Benjamin kind of goes like, "Oh," he goes like this. Okay. He said he'll be here in a couple minutes. Or I guess it might be closer to maybe an hour or so, because he is just wrapping up with some patients, but he's got to make the trek, so I'm sorry. I don't know why I said a couple minutes, but are you able to wait a bit?
We can wait.
Okay. As you do, can you give me a perception check?
Perception, you said?
Mm-hmm.
16.
Okay. As you are standing there waiting for your brother to return from the furthest reaches of the lower edge, you get a feeling this time. And you've had that feeling before. And it's a tingling on the back of your neck. Like someone is watching you. Only this time it's not just one person. Feels like almost multiple eyes, multiple sets of eyes are on you in multiple different directions, and they're all focused on you and your brother.
We've got company.
And I'm probably gonna have to end it there. Yay, we did it. We made it through. Sorry, I went a little over again.
It's alright, a lot happened.
Yeah, a lot happened. I
a
probably
lot
should
happened.
stop stuffing so much into these episodes.
Nah.
No,
No, it's great.
just
they
means
said
we need
no.
more episodes.
I'm getting an answer. They said no. Okay, so I won't. All right, take it away, Rojan.
So, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in today for another episode of the Downfall of Propriety. Give me a second. Sorry, my throat was dry. If this is your first time here, this is not the only show that we do. Coming up later tonight at 8 o'clock Pacific time, we are going to have another episode of the City of Redemption, which is our Daggerheart game, where we will also be giving away another set of dice during December. Coming up on Monday, we are going to have another episode of Destiny Forged, which is our longest running show here on the channel, currently in our 4th campaign. On Tuesday, we're going to have another episode of Star Wars Tales of the Outer Rim, which is a Star Wars game that is run by Tilt. Coming up on Thursday is going to be the final episode of our little Mouse Guard mini adventure for the holidays of Mice and Merriment. Normally on Thursdays, we have alternating shows with Mass Effect Horizons, which is a Mass Effect game that is run by Zorro. And then on alternating Thursdays, you have us on Thursday, same time, 8 o'clock Pacific time, playing Tricorn Isles, which is another 5th edition game that I run. Impressive stack. And then
I picked them all up like that.
Coming up on Saturday, we will have another episode of Withered Wastes, which is another 5th edition game I run. Alternating Saturdays, you have us here on the Downfall of Propriety, which is a Bridgerton-inspired mini adventure that is run by Malls. What's up, Malls?
I know we're not going to be meeting up for the next Downfall of Propriety because it'll be the holiday week.
Mm-hmm.
Are we meeting up next week for the Weewall? I don't think we got a clear answer on
Yes,
that.
we are meeting up next week for Weewa. It is the last week of, it's the last episode of the year. So
that's so exciting.
Yep. And then in the evenings, right now we have the City of Redemption coming up later on tonight, and the alternating Saturday, picking up again next year, is Vigilant 6, which is our superhero game. And coming this Saturday is the return, not this Saturday, this Sunday is the return of our Pathfinder game of Wayward Wanderers, which is run by Azarin. But for now, we are going to head on out. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning on in, and we will catch you later.
Bye.
Bye.